Hello, 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 and welcome to the live stream. How are you guys doing today? Thank you guys for coming in so early. We are just getting started here doing the typical cat herding you would expect from these tournament matches. Don't worry, we're about to get set up here. Going to be hopping onto voice chat with Fraz, our favorite. Hello there, that's Cronkinator.
I haven't used my mic in a long time. Is the volume okay, or should I change anything?
It's a little bit low on my end, but I can change that real quick. Go ahead and talk again.
Yep.
It seems a bit better. How does it sound for you guys on the stream?
Hello.
Hey, Fraz.
Volume is good.
Oh my god, it's a Kronk!
Yeah, I'm talking.
Oh my god! Kronk! It speaks! That's a pretty good mic, by the way.
It's the same time as last time, actually.
Well,
Yep.
Incursus!
Hello there. All right, so it looks like we are good to go here. We've got the lobby just about all set up. For those guys who are just tuning in, we are going to be hosting the AI tournament, the second AI tournament. We've got some brand new AIs, a lot more updates and a lot of other things. We actually have, do we have more participants this time around?
I think so, because we were 12, now we're at 16, I think.
Yeah, it's 16 people
I believe
now.
that is correct. That's the wrong
But I
one.
think last time it was also 16, so nothing changed.
Okay, maybe that's just my brain thinking of things. Have the bracket here. We've got 16 players, and the first match, we are ready to go, yes?
It's Nitro and Atomic against each other, I believe.
Exactly. So the player on top in the bracket is going to play on Team 1, and the player on bottom of the bracket is going to play in Team 2.
Excellent, excellent. Let us get into this then. Let me just bring up the game. Everything is on. Yes, Kronk does speak. Everybody's a bit surprised about you, Kronk, now. They're like, Kronk? He speaks? What?
Prize!
Very
Alright,
rare
so
occasion.
A voice
whenever-
reveal.
Whenever you're ready, Fraz, we can get started.
All right. 3, 2, 1, begin. What's going to happen? Who knows? There's no players in this. They've created these beforehand. And of course, the AI likes to be, how should we say, aggressive?
Oh, I mean, you can get away with a lot of aggression when you have basically infinite APM to work with. And one thing I want to point out is that there's a mod that we have installed here
Yeah.
that enables us to see the metal and energy of each faction.
It's beautiful. Beautiful. I
It's-
think as Sinji was saying there, would be, is it Nitron? Will be left. And against Astro, right? Kronk with a very mechanical keyboard, apparently.
It's just normal keyboard. I think it's a bit close to my mic.
APM doesn't show for the AI players. Okay, that makes sense. Just looking around at all of these new mod stuffs. But yeah, we have the AI by Nitro here on the left side, going with just a pure sniper spam. And on the right side, we have Atomic. Looks like Atomic's AI is having a little bit of a tough time, just because there's an absolutely absurd amount of sniping coming out of Team 1 here. It's just, okay, yeah, this is pretty brutal.
That moment when you've changed all your alerts for Streamlabs, and then the new one goes off, and I jumped out my skin. Just sitting going, where's it come from? What? Ah! There it. Okay, this sniping.
It's really just perpetual, and it doesn't stop. And if you guys look in the top right corner, which is actually something I need to fix real quick, slide this all the way over here. There we go. You guys can see the resources available to each player, and the resources available to the Team 2 player is having a little bit of a tough time. As you can see, he's very low on metal, very high on energy. He's not able to spend all of his energy because he is spending all of his metal. I imagine mostly on repairs to those metal doors that keep getting slammed. Writing the AI for this must have been infuriating to test. Could you imagine just trying to figure out a way of dealing with this kind of sniper oppression? Like, it seems that... Oh, he got the upgraded sniper mixed in. Like, I had a little bit of hope for Team 2 here for Mr. Atomic with his custom AI. Because he got the tiny little door, the tiniest of little doors, with the AP sniper behind it, which meant that he could actually fire back and get damage done. Yeah, those things are
Kind of scary.
It's very scary. Are you kidding? It's like horrendous. Just it's what nightmares are made of. And I'm like, oh, that one sniper is gonna be enough to destroy and absolutely take back full map control. But the Team 1, he got his sniper out, and now things are looking bad. And the sniper spam actually hits the core, which is rough.
APs are... Oh, and there's nothing in front of it. Yep, that's another hit in the core. Ooh. It's not gonna last very long. At all. Nope.
Down to 40% on the core. 10% one more sniper. On the observer tools, you can press the reactor button, and that's it.
Oh!
And there we go.
What? The observer tool not working for me. Okay, I need to learn that one. I will learn it. Yes! One moves on, and one falls. I was clicking the little observer tool, but like the text, it was lighting up. It wasn't doing anything. Didn't like me.
Just the hit screen on various locations. It's not the most smooth experience, but it is very useful. Looks like Kronk has dipped out so that he can go ahead and update the map to add the next 2 AI into the list. And why?
Yeah, definitely. Snipers can be a thing. It's like as soon as you apply the pressure, and if they don't change into anything else, they're... Well, it's just gonna go...
Definitely.
So that was a quick one.
It's oppressive, yes. The sniping, like you guys have seen snipers, I've done video on mass snipers before. It's oppressive to deal with it. And the AI with more APM than I have, is even more oppressive. Like, it's actually ridiculous. So it is quite funny to watch the different AI attempt to deal with various sniper spam. We'll see who can come out on top, because sniper spam, I believe, didn't quite win last time, but it was a factor.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Oh, sorry,
last time all you needed was pretty much a sniper with a door on the other team, and all exposed weapons would be gone in seconds. But the mod for ultra hard AI has been updated, so door snipes are now much more likely to happen.
Nice. Also, just want to point out,
smarter.
like, I wasn't here for the previous one. Incursus has more experience with this. I had watched some of it, of course. It looked fairly aggressive from all points.
I mean, if you had infinite APM, why not?
Yeah. Looks like we're going to have JustTai and is it Metalloid going against each other. So JustTai will be on Team 1 and Metalloid will be on Team 2. Remember, it's their AIs. They've programmed these. Well, not programmed.
Scripted.
Oh, scripted. Yeah, that word. There's going to be some... Well, you see that? There's this, like,
nuclear launch detected.
Snipers in your face.
Thank you, King Benjai, coming in and updating with exclamation point bracket and exclamation point tourney. Give us all that beautiful information.
Alrighty. Incursus? Why is Incursus like drained out, drowned
What?
out? You just kind of. Occasionally, you seem to like. It's almost like you walk away from your mic.
Okay, I think I know how to fix that.
Oh.
Is that better?
This-
Or is it still going? Doing
Oh,
that?
it seems to be fine. It's just occasionally it just sounds like as if you've turned away from your mic or something like that. And it's like,
No, Discord does not like my microphone. It's not great. I don't.
So ideally, we have to be up Discord noting.
I'm
Right.
tempted to team speak things, but it is fine. Anyways, looks like we are all good to go, so we should be all right here. We have the next AI ready to go, and I believe it's up to you to start it for us.
Yep. Count of 3, 2, 1. Let's begin the mayhem. You know, it's really good. These games load like that.
And we
Right,
are
so
off.
if I click the reactor, it's not doing anything for me. Am I missing something, Commander? Oh wait, no, there we go. Charge reactors. If I click charge,
I like
Why
how the AI just instantly fires the minigun out the gate.
you know, resources. Resources on. Commander doesn't need to be on. Reactor. Reactor for me is just resetting metal and energy to 0. Oh wait, oh there we go. I can see it now. Never mind.
Hey.
My glasses are working.
I just love watching these doors. It opens just wide enough for the bullets
What
to
in
leave,
the heck?
and then
Oh my lord.
that's it. That's all it does. It's never vulnerable. It's just never vulnerable, and it's
Yeah,
just
the-
constantly firing. And this
That's
poor
scary.
second base has to deal with it.
Yeah,
Ever
and
since
that
I
was
scary.
actually possible in Vanilla Force that you could do this, using the short key to shut the weapon door. You could also close it that quickly again, but that has been fixed quite a while ago.
Yes, I used to do that, but I found it was just too APM expensive for me to reliably do anything with it, so I just didn't.
Some interesting wind turbine stuff going on here in the back of Team 1.
I am
So,
back.
yep.
It has been a while.
Gonna hang this guy off the edge. Nothing good to see here.
I mean, why not? You might as well stuff it somewhere where it's never gonna get in the way of anything. The AI has plenty of chance to play around with that kind of shenanigans, but we have not particularly aggressive AIs here this time. So here on the left side we have JustTai, and on the right we have Metalloid, both going for very different strategies, but well, similar kind of strategies, but different methods of going about it. Both are going for this slower, later game, more defensive style. We're not seeing a lot of
missile.
aggression out of it. And there's the
Oh.
first missile launch.
That was a good sword snipe though.
That's a
Knocking
very
out
good door
everything
snipe.
for a little bit.
You can expect to
Missile
see,
also landing.
definitely expect to see more of those door snipes.
That poor sandbag is getting beat up.
Yeah,
don't
I
like
mean they're
them.
free to repair, so you can beat the beach anytime you want, as long as there's plenty of sandbags there to go. You won't have to worry about it. Do we have an upgraded sniper? Oh, we're getting some upgraded snipers
Yeah.
out of Team
Quite a
1.
few actually as well. You also see that Team 1 is actually. Oh wait, what?
Uh-oh. That core is vulnerable to AP sniper shells. Yep.
Down at 40% already.
Team 2 is recognized they can just straight snipe the core. That's exactly what they're doing. 10% left on the
10%?
core. They get
Uh,
one more shot.
Ah,
That's it.
Wow.
okay.
Looks like
That
just
was
is
3
eliminated.
minutes and 15 seconds.
Absolutely. So it looks like the Team 1 did not defend his fort sufficiently and just got AP sniped for. That's rare. You do not see that very often here. At least not without
Yeah.
beating the door down first.
Because I think
Well-
one thing that would have worked is like a double bracing might have caused that to at least not do that. Because I mean, 3 shots dead, done. It's the thing with the
Yes.
AI is like you don't have like a. They can react a little bit, but when you have a player, the ideal thing is to react either putting in curved metal or metal in its place, something like that. But
Mhm.
with this, we have the fact of they're just like, oh, well, let's carry on.
Yes, just remember that all these AI are written beforehand. The players are not actively adjusting the computer, or not actively adjusting these AI players as they're going around. So sometimes they don't react as you would expect. Something simple like, oh, I don't have any defenses in front of my core. I should fix that. Well, the AI is not so smart about that. It does what it has been told to do, and it reacts in ways that it has been told to react. So, if it hasn't been told to react to build metal around its base, then that's just kind of how it's gonna go. So you have to keep those kinds of things in mind. But of course, that's part of the game. If I spend a lot of energy, or metal specifically, on defending my own core, do I then lose to someone who's just gonna spend their energy and metal on building weapons and just beating down my defenses? So that's part of the game here, and we'll see how that works out.
Next up next, we have Alexi against DuskDawn. Who's gonna
Yes,
win
and I do
next?
actually want to point out Synergy Gaming. If you guys want to check out Synergy's cast of this, he is live right now on Twitch. So if you guys want to check him out, he is doing a live cast of this very same tournament, so you guys can get his commentary as well. Make sure to check him
All
out.
free commentary because
Yes,
that would be
you guys can have
education.
lots of casters. A caster for everyone.
You
I
can always
believe
just
he's-
imagine the three of us just talking away, and it's all inside their head.
I believe he's also, what he mentioned here is that I don't actually have all the details on this, is I believe he is actually putting on a tournament himself. He is hosting a Forts tournament, very competitive tournament from what I've heard. So if you guys are interested in that, do let him know. Or let us know here. Just talk about it. Let everyone know that there's a new Forts tournament coming up. Hosted by
Yes.
Oh, the bot stuff.
He's hosting a 2v2 tournament on, I believe, the 25th of August. And the winner team will get each player $50 as a prize.
Ah, so he's actually got a prize pool. Oh, that's nice. That would be, is that I think that's a first for Forts tournaments.
Usually
There's
it's
been
like been
minor
Fort
things
pens
like
or
Forts
Fort
keys
t-shirts.
or like t-shirts or such. Yeah, those kind of trinkets idea. But I don't think there's ever been actual cold hard cash on the line before. That's actually pretty nice.
You have to be over a certain age to enter.
Oh, of course.
Alrighty, are we ready for the next round?
Yeah.
All right, I do want to say thank
It
you
is
guys
time.
for everyone who has
We begin.
donated.
Everybody's ready
As
up.
always during these tournaments,
And the game
I
loads.
focus more on the content than on the donations. I appreciate it.
Oh.
I want to give
Well,
a shout out
that
to
happened.
Reapergrad, who's come in with the
course,
first
without
nuke
explosions.
of the live stream, as well as Real Raccoon coming in with the 10. Hey, welcome back, Hoodie. It's been very good. And
So,
with that,
who
we're
we
going to go
thinking
off to
gonna be-
this next.
I mean, I've had
match.
Alexi in quite a few videos, and he tends to be, he's actually a pretty damn good player. Also does a lot of modding. One of the people he created, I always get it, Flying Force or is it Fort Ship he created?
Alex did Fort Ships. So we'll go ahead and do our introductions here. On the left side, we have Alex. He is a mod maker. He is a map creator. He has done a lot of content here in Forts. He is well known, and he's been around the block. Let's just put it that way. And on the right-hand side, we have DuskDawn. So we'll get to see how well these work out. Looks like we have some aggressive style openers out of Alex here. He's gone with a couple machine gunners. He's kept his initial starting minigun, and he added on an additional sniper behind a very large door. Whereas on the right hand side you have what would be considered a more standard style of play out of Team 2 here. He's got himself his technology just placed down nice and early, basically tech rushing into a specific unit composition or weapon loadout that he's looking to field. That's actually a pretty neat little machine gunner placement because it's safe from direct shots, but it can still aim down and deal with any missiles that come in. And yeah, you see, look at that. It's taking a lot of firepower at it, but it isn't taking any damage. That's pretty good. I actually like it. Wow, that's real close. And as you can see, you have your weapon placements here. These will be for rockets of the varying guns. We have slanted armor, so these miniguns, while they are present, are mostly not doing all that much damage. You see the simply bouncing off and ricocheting with getting a few shots lodged into the sort of surrounding wood, but nothing that's going to be dealing a significant amount of damage. Get to see how this evolves as time goes on.
Seeing a little comment from Felix saying it's like, prepare for AI, it will shoot itself. Did you model this AI after me by any chance? I tend to fire something, it's usually me, and I think there's a mod that's cannon or something like that. And of course I was like, it's gonna blow me up as a fire it and pulled up the floor. But, well, okay. Because it ended up firing back.
Warning, nuclear launch detected.
It looks like the minigunners are becoming overwhelming. I love how the sandbags are destroyed and in the same frame they're replaced.
That's AI for you.
Alcohol and a forks in cushion.
Oh, that battery.
Today is a good day. Give them hell Incursus.
That is dangerous. There's literally nothing but the sandbags. And oh, another.
Yeah, and it's taken a fair few hits. Uh-oh. The minigunners are becoming overwhelming firepower.
Uh-oh. The battery is so very close. It keeps coming so close.
This is a perfect example of the death spiral. Team 2 doesn't have the metal income to
See the income there. There's nothing that's possible right now with.
Yeah. It's looking rough.
But what we have seen is like Team 2's AI here actually does have a fair amount of weapons. Setting not the you've got 2 rockets down here, and I know you've been up against the minigun, but if you could get a salvo across, you could be bringing that back quite easily. And also the sniper. Door sniping maybe, something like that?
He could, but the issue is he has to open up his weapons, and he has to spend money in order to add doors, which is a problem because he doesn't even have money to repair right now. He's putting this battery back, which is a concern.
Well, it's nearly gone again. You can't take it. Never mind. It's gone.
His reactor
No place battery.
down to 97%.
Not too much off of it, and with the battery exploding close by, I would expect a little bit more percentage off there, but okay. I suppose it wasn't directly next to it, it was kind of top here. If it was at the front, that would be kind of
It's just the miniguns. Whereas this whole time, Team 1, he's not expanding much, but he is expanding slowly and gradually.
Yeah. But the miniguns will chew through the wood.
Oh yeah.
It's like
They've
completely staggered right now.
completely suppressed and are slowly eating Team 2's base here. It's Team 2 is running out of time and resources.
Warning, nuclear launch detected.
It's only a matter of time before those minigunners do lethal damage.
I'm
Here.
curious if you will be able to bring any of the 4 weapons that you have on bottom to there.
Doc
So
and
I
Nut
don't-
and
one
Mia.
might be about to get
More
taken out
Doc.
regardless. The minigun is like, you have a gun there. I don't want to have a gun there anymore. Bye-bye.
Well, the moment that all their doors and protections are blown off, is the moment that they will have an opportunity to fire. Of course, that assumes he has enough resources to fire, which is not a good assumption at this point considering his predicament.
Yeah, because is it not 1200 energy to fire salvo? Is that right? Or the 800?
Yeah, that's correct.
It was correct.
So you'd need at least 1200 to fire one, being 2400 to fire two. I've not seen him hit around 2000 in energy production for a while now.
You are correct. But the AI would only fire one at a time. It wouldn't wait to fire both.
Yeah. Just
He
you wouldn't be able to
has-
fire them in quick succession.
Right. I'm impressed that this is enough. I'm surprised. I think it is the appropriate word. Oh.
Another
Just
couple
another
of percent
battery
off?
explosion. Down to 95% on the core here, the reactor. But as I was saying, I'm surprised that's enough turbines to sustain fire of those miniguns.
Oh,
God. It's just brutal.
I honestly think that like miniguns aren't like the most powerful like compared to like a cannon or laser. They're very good at suppression, but they also sound the most painful. It sounds like you're getting. Actually, I'm not gonna finish that. That's a bad way. That's it. Forget
That's
it. That's
really
it.
bad for Team 2 here. Remember that the core does provide income, so every time it gets shut down, he loses income. So he's at 0 energy right now, which is really bad. There's
Oh,
no rebuilding. That's an
20%,
exposed core, 13%, and he's down.
Oh, it's louder there. Longer match there. I think the longest one we've had since the start of this so far. And team
Total
one
of
taking, which is
8 minutes, 43 seconds. But that comes with Alex with the victory.
excellent. So next up, I'm just gonna. We have LivelyEngineer against RaaaageAlert. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna win? Everybody wins. Everybody wins, to be honest. It's incredible to see the different things. Like, you didn't have mass sniper there. You did have sort of mass miniguns. They're very sort of early aggressive. Now, compared to the last tournament, how long did we see until we start seeing some heavy weaponry?
It was a while before we saw some heavy weaponry. It was very difficult to get to heavy weapons alive is the kind of the issue. So we'll see if that works. We'll see how that works out here.
Right, and it has updated. Excellent. So we good to go for the next one. Just waiting on Incursus. There we go. Also Incursus, I'm getting some nice new internet soon.
Hey, I want to
1
shout out.
gigabyte download.
I'm going to give a shout out to Austin,
500 up.
Chergul, and Carrie Farah who've come in with those
Thank you
great
both,
donations.
Curtis.
Thank you guys
Thanks,
so
Simon.
much for all the support. It really means a lot. And I want to say thank you again. And I understand that I'm not doing a lot of chat interaction during these tournaments. So thank you guys so much and enjoy the content. Hey, sorry about that. I had to interact with my chat for a moment. I
was
heard
just like
about the gigabit internet. That sounds really good. Really
Yeah, it finally
satisfying.
came to my area. I'm just like, yes. It was meant to be the new modem and the new modem router thing. It was meant to be delivered today. Didn't happen because apparently they just were just like, oh, you're number 84 out of God knows how many deliveries. And then 5 minutes later, it was like they were on number 8, and then they were like, oh, we missed you. I'm like, what? Gets delivered on Monday, so. Right,
Well.
let us begin. So this is, who we got against this one? It is Lively against Rage.
All right. Let's do this.
Do this. Yes, Olympias is live.
All right. So this is probably going to be, considering RaaaageAlert is here, this is probably going to be, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of shenanigans he pulls.
Yeah, because I had seen Rage talking about that. He's got a very meme strategy apparently. So
That's
very
RaaaageAlert
intrigued
for you.
which one.
Yeah, just a quick mention. Some participants wrote a short description of their AI in Discord. So if you'd like to read that for the stream or something.
Which one is
Oh, let's go ahead and do
AI
that.
info?
It's the channel called AI Philosophy 2.
Oh, right. But the RaaaageAlert So we got here, Rage Alert. My AI philosophy can be summarized as, if it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid. What I did, my AI is something that would not work in a normal game. For that reason, I gain an immediate advantage as people would not think of building a counter to this. Oh. AI is made to counter the most common strats that I think will appear in this turning, like rockets, nukes, mortars, possibly cannons. So basically every weapon the game has apart from lasers. But if anyone goes for a counter to me, they will very unlikely to be anyone else. Oh. Do you wish to continue with the rest of
I'll
the
go
Incursus?
ahead and take the second half. Another thing that RaaaageAlert did is increase my odds of survival. Was give advice on building AI that would increase their chances to beat each other, but it would have the opposite effect on me. Advice like, don't build exposed weapons, door them, or don't build too much after placing weapons, they will have a difficulty firing. These two tips are good tips to fight other normal AI, but if someone were to ignore them, they would gain a significant advantage when facing me. It's entirely possible that I lose the first game, but if this stupid-looking strat wins at least one match, I'll be happy. So, what we have here, I don't know if you guys can tell already, because we haven't introduced our players just yet. Here on the left-hand side, we have LivelyEngineer. Going for what looks like a pretty standard but slow opener. He's got a couple snipers, very safe. He's got them behind double doors, and he puts the double doors on before exposing them to the outside world. He's got a technology down with a nice little emplacement for his turbines, nice and protected. But on the right-hand side, we have this. This block of a base, this absolute
what
beast.
Is this?
It is a
What?
giant cube, just a giant erection of wood is what this
Thank
is. This is RaaaageAlert's AI, and it is having its way with the world right now. It's got upgraded mines, it's got an upgrade center fully ready to go, and those other snipers are trying very hard to dig their way through this big chunk of wood, and it's not working out very well.
Only this could come from Rage Alert.
Okay, so this is gonna be... I am curious to see how this works out. I am definitely curious to see how this works out. It's got excess mines. You can, if you guys look at the income meters, it is actually spending all of its money quite well. And it's got a lot of money to spend. It's sitting on 4 mines. That's a lot of money to spend. On the other side, not spending its money so well. It got some extra batteries to make up for that because it appears to...
Swarm.
Yeah, it's got a lot of extra... It's going for the swarm missile behind, but it's saving up energy. It's actually floating energy right now.
Yeah,
so that's...
quite a bit, actually.
It has been for a while, so we're curious to see how this is gonna affect things.
Building.
I assume that's just ablative plating. The first section, whereas the second section is going to be actually a weapon of some sort, I guess. I probably shouldn't guess.
It's like I
You would
could
be
guess
very
it's gonna be
surprised.
something that'll be the complete opposite. I mean, I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah,
It
it's,
looks
I
like a
mean,
two-handed hammer.
I'm guessing what that first segment is supposed to be with the very spaced wood is that's literally just supposed to be ablative plating. You'll see that kind of configuration against things like missiles or very wide splash style weapons. And this kind of obstruction is just meant to deal with any kind of missile type damage sources.
How far is he going to go down?
Well, that exists for the purposes of making swarm missiles come from an odd angle. Because if you can actually get some really weird angles. Like, it is technically possible to build all the way down to the bottom of the map. Now, of course, you have to really strengthen your foundation for that.
I think that's where he's going.
He might.
He's still going.
Because if he does that, then those swarm missiles will come from underneath his opponent's base, which is very difficult to defend against.
But yeah, he's still going.
And certainly a defense that no one will think of dealing with. That's for
I
sure.
see what he meant by his AI philosophy. I mean, he is actually... Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah, it is absolutely still going. All right. Now, my question is he going to upgrade to a nuke before firing that?
Well, he
Yeah,
does have the
he's
upgrade
gonna be-
center, so I would. He is actually going. Oh, is he stopping there? Looks like
I think
he's
he's stopping there.
but,
Yeah, he's saved for
yep,
the
nuke-
upgrade on the nuke. And
Oh, upgraded snipers, but
yeah, okay. So I assumed that he would upgrade the nuke before doing the massive expenditure on going down. Okay, yeah. So he is still going down further because there's no reason to go down,
little bit of
spend
red
on
here.
going down if you don't have the nuke in the process of upgrading. But that is,
little smidge of red going on there.
yeah, it's having a
All the
rough
way
time.
down.
I think that's
But
about as
that
far
could
down
go
as you
right
want to
up into
go.
the core.
Yeah. That could absolutely
the-
go right up into the core. Now all he needs is a sniper, which looks like it's going to be built on the top section above his block. That's
Lively's the AI
interesting.
trying hard to try and cut in, but basically whatever's cut in is pretty much immediately built back.
Oh, he's building this sniper all the way at the bottom. Nothing can shoot that because nothing has the radius. Nothing's exposed enough to deal with it.
He's got two though.
If you don't have, yes, but they can't shoot down if you don't have an exposed weapon. Look at that. There is no counter to this.
Oh, Rage.
There is absolutely
comes the
no
nuke.
way.
All the way
It goes all the
down,
way down,
all the way
just
oh.
under the map, dips up from the bottom where nothing can see it, and slams in. Oh my god, that is amazing. This is just brutal. This is just toying with the poor AI. This is like the ultimate cheese strat. Good
See what he means
god.
by what he said about his AI now. I mean, this is hilarious. I love this. This is something I rarely ever see. And here comes another nuke, and don't know where it's gonna hit, but oh, and up it goes, and in it goes. Eventually, that's gonna cut in.
Team 1 is already out of money. He's only got 3 mines, and he's sitting on zero metal. This is why you see the repairs just keep flashing. He doesn't have the income to repair his base.
Oh, there goes a gunner.
Like he can't put that back in any decent amount of time. This next nuke is just gonna land and deal even more damage.
Oh, one sniper out, but immediately replaced. Here comes another.
Oh, that's
right in
so
that
much
dip there.
damage. I don't think that's repairable damage. The repair bill is so costly. He's gonna be in debt forever. At least he's still gonna be in debt when the missile comes back off cooldown, which is already off cooldown. By the way, Team 2 is floating all of its money away, so it has no plan from here on out other than shoot this nuke.
Got someone saying here, rage making people rage. Yep. He's called Rage
Breaking
Alert
the
after all.
AI.
Oh.
Oh my lord.
Because I feel like Lively's AI here, there's 2 nukes sitting, but he doesn't have the metal in order to get them shot off. Because if they were managed to hit, like, say, on somewhere on that level there, they could knock that bit out and maybe get a bit of breathing room. But
I mean-
at this point, I don't know.
Do you see the amount of wood there? Like, those nukes aren't breaking through that without constant
I
fire.
was being optimistic.
Oh.
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 Nuke has been missing.
We just have a miss, and that gives Team
Oh,
1 an
nuke
opportunity to
actually-
return fire, which...
That's how
Unfortunately,
repaired.
yeah, Team 2 here has max income and has been floating all of his income away for quite a long time, so that's not an issue. Just instantly repair it.
Myro's AI versus AI. Basically, the players build these through the scripting by doing like sandbox mode, and then we let the AIs rip each other apart.
Good lord. I'm just waiting for that one time the nuke actually lands on these turbines or gets a little bit deeper into it.
There's another nuke, but it's not really going to do anything to the front of that. There's just way too much in front.
Destroys one piece of wood. and just sets everything else on repair.
Yeah, same. I've never seen anything built down like that, but that's... I mean, this AI was built by RaaaageAlert, and it's like, yeah, bye. Where's this gonna hit? Oh.
Oh, that's the damage you wanted to deal. So, importantly, that damaged the upgrade center, which is a very, very costly repair build. That's going to reset him down to yet. You can see he's out of metal again.
We've only got 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on this match as well. Who is going to win?
Well, at this point...
Has anybody done any reactor damage yet?
At this point, no one has done any reactor damage. So this is going to come down to sheer damage dealt if we hit the time. Remember, if there is a tie, or if both cores remain standing at the time limit, then the core with the least amount of HP is eliminated. So, because both players have 100% HP, we have a tie, which means it goes down to the tiebreaker, which just so happens to be the amount of damage dealt, basically aggression. And despite these snipers and the seeming aggression out of Team 1, it's been woefully ineffective versus Team 2. Like, it's been completely shut down, whereas Team 2 has been able to repeatedly land nukes. So I strongly suspect that Team 2 has been doing...
You know, it'd be really funny though.
The most damage here.
Team 1 suddenly got an AP sniper and shot the core once.
There's no way. Have you seen the block? The amount of. Oh, that's core damage. Oh, that's core damage.
You got there? Oh, 13%. Yep. Well, and that's a rather big hole sitting there.
Yep. That's
gonna cost a bit.
That's definitely gonna cost a bit. He's not gonna be able to repair that before the next nuke lands, which is going to be dangerous. This is ooh.
There goes the nuke. Where's it gonna go? Well, he hasn't been able to repair, so oh,
that's another solid chunk of damage.
I mean, the stream is delayed, Myro, but it's delayed by 20 seconds, but he's not going to be
Oh, I really hope we get to see more RaaaageAlert. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Oh my god.
Yeah, Team 1's like metal's gone.
It has been for a long time. He hasn't had metal. His build never built mines. He never had metal to begin with. He's been suffering... Without having to repair things for the entire course of the game, he hasn't had metal. Once he started getting nuked, he just had nothing left.
Here comes another one.
Oh.
Ooh, a minute left, 60 seconds now. But it's very clear who's going to be taking the win from this.
Yes. Like, this is...
Lively's AI taking nuke after nuke on the nose, and a little bit of damage to the core, and Rage having this very intriguing build.
I love this. I love this so much. Oh my gosh.
Everyone see a meme strategy? Here's one. Team 1 actually getting a nuke off. Not sure it's going to actually do anything though. Maybe the nukes will hit each other and say hello.
Well, one of these things did much more damage than the other one. Team 2 is already just about fully repaired. Team 1 is trying. It's not working very well.
It's trying.
It's not giving up. But now, we get the end.
And into it.
Team
With
2
an additional
with the
nuke
victory.
just going off at the end there, you know, just like, hey, I got a nuke, here you go, have fun. Is that going to hit before it? Nope. Just before it goes.
GG. So that is RaaaageAlert with the victory.
Lively's AI is now knocked out. Next up, we have Joepocalypse and Narf. One shall fall, and one shall carry on. My words just decided to escape me there. Right. Waiting on Kronk to rejoin because he rejoins and then update the AI in case one of you are wondering where the heck Kronk is disappearing to all the time.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm updating right now.
He doesn't have bad internet or anything. He's just like, right, gotta go, and then back, gotta go, and back.
All right, so Joepocalypse versus Narf. I'm actually looking forward to this. Like, Narf is very well known for making absolutely ridiculously good build orders, and I'm excited to see what he comes up with.
Yeah, will Joepocalypse get past the semi-final? Because he always comes in second.
that is the meme.
Are we ready to go then?
Yep.
I believe we are.
3, 2, 1, begin. And it's loading.
All right, so we are off. Now, here on the left-hand side, we have Joepocalypse. And on the right-hand side, we have Narf. So already some different strats coming out of them. On the right-hand side, we have what appears to be a standard-like sniper rush. He's got lots of snipers, a well-protected turbine, some nice tiny little doors that are just barely opening enough to fire their shots. Whereas on the right-hand side, we have an interesting defense here. He's going for a more tech-style rush. Instead of getting down snipers or contesting the early game, he's just putting down a technology facility and going to be rushing up toward bigger and better weapons. Looks like he's got himself a little bit of a disconnected hanging element here that's likely going to be defending a turbine. And he's already getting pummeled by Team 2's sniper spam here. Curious to see how this works out. Both teams out of money, though. Looks like we're going to have Team 1 is actually managing to save up a little bit. Spends it on a turbine. Team 2 is out of money because they're spending their money on more weapons, it would seem. Now I like this design here with these machine gunners. These machine gunners have that same kind of configuration as we saw in 2 games ago, where they were able to build them in the top such that they were defended from anything attacking them straight on, but they're still able to shoot down and clear off all the missiles or anything of the sort that comes in to attack this Team 2's base, which is quite nice. I really like that design. This one is much more refined than the last one, whereas the last one in this entire area had a design that only fit 1 machine gunner. This one is able to fit 3 in that same spot, whereas they're just as defended, which is quite cool. That's what I like about Narf. He's very good at those kind of minor optimizations that make something that seems very effective and genuinely is very effective, and makes it super cheap and super practical and efficient in order to fit into a regular style match. Or at least efficient enough to fit into an AI match is a good way to put it. God. These sandbags are actually dying to snipers. That's something you never see. Sandbags dying to snipers. Good God. Now, of course, the sandbags are instantly replaced upon being destroyed, but still. I'm curious to see what Team 1 is planning to go for. Because he doesn't have... He's opening up his weapons, exposing machine gunners to death. But he's still saving up income. He looks like he's going to be saving it for something big, maybe another level of technology. I don't suspect it's going to be a weapon, because I don't foresee any workshop grade weapons that are going to be of interest at this point.
I love how someone's got here, 1 shall rise, 1 shall become a flaming wreckage.
Yes. Welcome to Forts.
Or it can be whatever weapon I was using the other day that we happened to use, and or just like there was nothing left, not even a mine. It was gone.
That's a lot of snipers.
Do you remember the time that we talked about cannon Incursus?
Yes. Yes, I do.
And someone then made it, and we versed off against each other with slapping each other with fish.
Yes, that was a lot of fun. And
This
also,
is what you can do in Forge.
it's true. Force is such a good game. Can do so many things. But also, we have a reveal as to what Team 1 is planning on going for. Team 2, with its massive amounts of sniping, with its massive amounts of weapons, and just sheer suppression and great gimmicky defenses that are like super 100% protected machine gunners and such, is going to be facing off against swarm missiles. We have one sniper behind double doors out of Team 1. That's about as safe as you can get, considering. And then you have a swarm missile behind. So we'll see if...
It's got a little bit of a either a rocket or flak. I can't quite tell yet.
I'll find out in a moment.
Show us. Ah, got an EMP.
That's an EMP. So he's going for the rocket tech there. I like how it's just in its little corner area. Got like even the tiny little details. Like I don't want to talk about it too much, but oh my god, the details on this. He's got a rocket here. Above it, it's protected by a machine gunner, which is in turn protected by this tiniest little triangle, meaning it can only shoot down and can only be shot from below where there are no weapons. But it can shoot down, so if anything like a projectile attempts to destroy these EMPs, it can this tiny little insignificant machine gunner can defend the EMPs while being immune to taking direct shots. This is why I like Narf. Narf is good at these things.
Yeah, and a little fun fact, when Narf sent me his AI, he told me that it only took him a few hundred tries to come up with this AI.
Oh, a few hundred. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Narf
No,
for
no.
you. Oh gosh, he's like the quintessential engineer.
It's actually insane, and I wouldn't say like the boys talking about the small details. I think that's what makes this as well. Like people can learn from this and learn from people building things and the aggressive tactics or the how to form into other tactics and all these little tiny details here going on. We've got this, we've got this, we've got this back here. Well, the gunner taking out people in rocket. That's a thing. But like all these tiny little bits here and there, it's just. And look at these tiny doors. Look at the picture. What is? This stream should just be nicknamed Tiny Door Extravaganza or something. Tiny Door Mayhem, Tiny Door Chaos.
It's just so much. Okay, so this is how the death spiral happens. You guys have seen this a lot in our regular play, which we will be doing our own community matches, just having some fun out in the multiplayer world later after this stream during our usual stream time. But here we have a perfect example of the rockets providing a death spiral. Notice Team 1, it's out of metal. If you look at the top right corner, you can see how much metal they have, and it's at 0, quite literally. So they can't actually repair, they can't rebuild, they just have to sit there and take it. Whereas these rockets are coming off a cooldown, they're landing their metric tons of splash all over this base and racking up a massive repair bill for Team 1 to deal with.
Oh.
And it's
There
just
goes
going
the
to
battle
be
again.
a cycle of destruction.
I do like this sort of style. The way gunners there, instead of like putting them behind doors and everything, you've got the ones at the top that you've got that slant down, you've got the ones at the bottom slant up, you've got that sort of crossover to defend the core area, and then you've got to do sort of wee ones here and there for any sort of other areas that might have a projectile coming. It is actually pretty damn great.
Now this is the kind of base design that I think is really capable of taking it to the end.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one.
I think even RaaaageAlert's cheese block of hilarity is gonna have a hard time against Narf here.
I'm actually very interested to see if those two do come up against each other, how they would be.
Yeah, because that's gonna be difficult. This is the design that actually has gunners sufficiently exposed to take out those bottom, those nukes from below. So it's gonna be. I am actually genuinely curious to see how it's gonna work out. I strongly suspect Narf is going to take this all the way to the end. And I haven't even seen the other AI yet. We still have 6 more AIs to see.
So, just want to quickly see while we're doing this. So, this was all in, you know, Kronk has again put this together and organized and everything. So thank you very much again for Kronk having us all here. Very awesome.
Thank you for joining us today.
And it leads me on to the other thing, as someone was mentioning there, there's the Fraz cannon, there's a fish cannon, there's a cow cannon with my face on it, and it's because of you.
Yeah. But I have to say, you requested me to make it.
I didn't do that. Kronk is actually phenomenal at producing stuff. It's actually insane. And I'm very much happy to be here and happy to be casting with Incursus. It's always a pleasure. Fun fact, Incursus, or about Incursus if you're new here, Incursus was the one that won my very first survival series.
Yes, that was a lot of fun, actually. I heard that you were potentially thinking about doing another one.
Yes, but we just had Team 1 lose.
Indeed. We have
Look
a
at that
victory
damage
coming out
difference.
from Narf. Yeah, that was one-sided in, I think, the best kind of way.
Yeah, that just, there's so much attention to tiny little details, tiny little strategies that just all come together and just very, very nice. Also, the music in Forts is so good.
It really is.
But yes,
My lord.
Incursus, as you mentioned at the end there, yeah, I'm actually in the process, and Kronk is going to be helping me. I'm going to be, because I don't want to announce anything yet or anything. It's not really in production, but I've asked the developers as well to sort of take what the first one was and make it bigger and better. So yeah, and if you haven't seen the Survival Series, it's one of the first times Incursus ventured into the world of bots and then annihilated everybody.
It was
In a
so
row.
much fun.
He's like, no, I'll just keep going. 6 matches later, just another one dead, another one dead, another one is like, you stop.
I do like that kind of thing. I haven't done competitive style forts in quite a while. It's just there's so many memes you can do. Like, why wouldn't I? But alrighty, it looks like our next up we have Felix versus MandalorianJedi.
Oh, this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, and one thing to mention, MandalorianJedi chose to play with frustration on, so we should remove this mod now.
Okay.
And his reasoning was because he doesn't want to get stuck in one of those loops. And with frustration on, the AI will just skip those steps if it doesn't have enough resources to do them, which is why most players want to have frustration off, so it builds in the exact order like you did. But with frustration off, there's a chance that it gets stuck in one of those loops, as we saw.
Okay. It's gonna be
Indeed.
interesting to see what this actually then does.
We have a lot of people in chat asking, what is frustration? Frustration is I guess a feature of the AI where instead they won't follow a specific build order every single time. They'll attempt to follow a build order, and if they fail or if something happens that they can't do it, they will kind of randomize it, what they call frustration. If this doesn't work, just do something else instead of keep trying to do the same thing over and over again. Don't try to keep proceeding until you either win or fail. If it fails, just go do something else. It's basically what frustration is. That has a up and a down. Obviously, if you get stuck in this repeating cycle and you never try to do something else, then you can just straight lose the game. But, of course, if you fail the first time and just go somewhere else, and suddenly you're not following a build order anymore. And that can be a little bit risky, because suddenly you're off the beaten track, and now things can just go sideways. Let's say a plasma fire beam combo that you're relying on suddenly doesn't have the plasma beam because you decided, oh, the plasma beam is too hard. So I think that is an excellent description of how frustration works.
Yes,
And
I would
think we're
certainly
good to
agree
go.
with you on that one. And yes, we're certainly good to go. It's Felix versus a Apparently, I can't speak. Maladorian? Is that right?
Mandalorian.
Yeah, that one. Let's do this. All right. So on the left side, we get Felix. On the right side, we get Metalloid, who's already kicking things off, and he's the one that has taken frustration off. Frustration
Indeed.
On,
That-
yeah.
Yeah. So let's see how this goes, because it's one of the first ones who's asked for that to be actually removed. So it'll be interesting to see what it really does. We got... Is that... Oh, no, it's not more tiny doors, just some double bracing. I thought we were seeing tiny doors again. My head was
There's a
going to
lot of
explode.
tiny doors.
So we've got two different builds going on here. We've got one going with the upgrade center and one going with the workshop. Is a workshop, right? I always forget what the names they are. They say tech structure or something.
Yes, you are correct. On the left-hand side here, we have Felix going with the upgrade center. We have seen a lot of upgrade center play. It's used for AP for upgraded snipers. It's used for miniguns and the warheads. But of course, the warheads also need a workshop, and we have a workshop coming out of Team 2. We have workshop. This is MandalorianJedi's AI. Workshop used mostly for the swarm missiles, as things like mortars and even buzzsaws can be a little bit finicky to deal with, and this little bit inconsistent, especially with these low matches. Oh, so here we have an interesting decision.
Oh.
Here we have an energy shield, which is a quick and easy way of defending the turbines if expensive, but then of course you don't have to worry about rebuilding those sandbags and all the APM into it. Not that APM is a big issue for the AI, but it is basically a perfectly safe turbine. Of course, the AP sniper can go
yeah.
through it, but just repairing an AP sniper shot is not a big deal. It's not a big deal
I was
at all.
gonna say something. So see this mod that shows us resources and everything. Could the mod maker please fix the spelling of resources?
I wasn't going
Annoying
to say
me.
it. I wasn't going to say anything. Apparently, this is
Now
a
everybody
very
knows.
old mod that we just never knew about, and that's
Wait, what?
sad.
Really?
Yeah.
No. Every time I'm like, oh, it would be good to see the resources of the players while doing casting it, like, and then they're like, nothing had it, and it's been there all along. Okay.
Yeah. So, that's exciting. Wish that was a thing that I knew about previously.
We got some mortars coming in here.
Yeah, the mortars are an interesting decision. The problem with mortars is that they're projectiles like rockets that could be shot down, and most players just kind of build machine guns.
Ooh.
Also, mortars have an interesting problem of this map in particular has a ceiling, and mortars like to go up really high. So while this can
Without
work,
energy.
yes, they don't have that many turbines. And they also have an energy shield, which is consuming all of the energy from that turbine that is there. So that's
I love
that
how
is a decision.
literally that minigun went down and it was instantly replaced.
oh yeah. I mean, if you have infinite APM, why not?
Like, oh, you took that out here, have another one, like literally millisecond right after. Like, nope, that's it, done.
Mm-hmm. That AP sniper is just bullying everything.
Pure wind turbines. Like, please, I just want to create energy and feel the wind. But we do have an EMP missile going up on Team 1, likely looking to take that energy shield down to kind of stop enemy bit. Oh!
So I want to take a moment here to just observe this before the last one goes away. You can see this mortar is trying to find an angle to the opponent. You can see it moving up and down. Its little weapon. What it's doing there is it's attempting to fire the mortar at the opponent and is not able to find an angle that works. So this is basic. So this is a configuration that does technically work. You see this in humans a lot.
Wait, what the? Did that just shoot itself?
Maybe that happens sometimes.
That just shot itself.
Yeah, the
And
missiles
knocked out
have
the whole
the
top of the
ability to
core.
do that. It's kind of annoying sometimes. But I do want to mention this here because this configuration with these mortars does work. It's just very... It doesn't have much margin for error. And the AI does not seem to be able to make it function for itself. So while this is a strategy you see when humans use mortars here, the AI doesn't seem to work with this, and this is something that you would expect for the AI tester to figure out in the initial testing phase of their AI creation. But this is the result. It just can't figure out how to use these mortars, because the only way to use them is to fire them at such the tiniest little angle through them. Makes them really safe, but kind of difficult
Can't
and
use them.
confusing for the AI to use. Yeah, the AI hasn't figured out how to do that yet, which is very sad for them.
Well, you have Team 1 continually shooting itself.
Well, yeah. The rockets are not consistent weapons. They tend to blow themselves up even when humans use them. And the AI tends to cut as many corners as possible, which makes them even more likely to self-detonate, which is unfortunate.
I noticed the Team 2's one is consistently rebuilding mortar after mortar after mortar, but not being able to actually use them. As you can see, this one's again trying hard to get out there, but then getting taken out.
Mm-hmm.
Should this AI not be resorting to something different then? Because of the frustration being on.
So there's a couple things that could go wrong with it. I mean, this is going to be very one-sided considering these weapons don't work. Hey, he's actually managed to get a shot off. As I was about to say, there's two things that can go wrong with it. First, frustration is on, so it's not following the exact build order, meaning that it's just entirely possible that these mortars were never created in the sufficient pattern that would enable them to fire consistently. The second thing that can go wrong is that this base has been taking a lot of hits and has been deformed, meaning where once there was an angle, or once there isn't an angle, there may now be an angle just because the base is warped and it's not originally what it was, which could help,
That's a very
could
bad
hurt.
point, actually. Very, very bad point.
Yes.
I'm wondering what's going to happen with it then.
Well, I imagine it's going to
and
explode.
Point.
Hey, look, it's exploding.
We like explosions in this game
Yes,
because it's
yes, I
filled
do.
with many explosions.
Uh,
The salvo. Oh. Feel sorry for Team 2Z. I know he's getting a little bit abused here.
and he's gone. And with that, MandalorianJedi is eliminated. Felix moves on with the victory. He'll be facing Narf in the next match.
Ooh. That's gonna be a good one. Excellent, excellent. Who we got next then? We have that LaVenVNR against Bobereto. Bobereto being a fellow streamer actually, and also very known in the community for crazy things and like these tier 3s in this video.
Bobereto plays a lot.
Yeah. Anytime I see him, it's like Bobereto playing port. What are you doing, Bobereto playing port? Okay.
Yeah, Felix, I saw your message in chat about the version of the AI. That's something you're going to have to bring up with Kronk.
Yeah, he already told me
Okay.
that I checked again, and it is definitely the last one he sent me. So
Okay.
At
From
one?
that
I
actually.
mean,
Just
Yeah.
wanted to check to
You
make sure.
shouldn't complain too much.
I mean, if he fails to send the version he wants to send, that's on him. Whichever version he sends, it is
we needed him first. Yeah,
Successful.
I was about to beat me to that one, Kronk. There we go. Alrighty, so LevenVNR against Bobereto. Left will be Levin, right will be Bobereto. Are we good to go?
Looks like it.
We're just waiting on Synergy already up. I just completely rolled my R, but it's Scottish, so you have to just deal with it.
Ready?
Alrighty, let's see how this goes. Team 2
And
sailing off
we're
this
off
stuff.
already.
Seems classic Bobereto. Bobereto, the moment he starts, he's like, right, what can I sell? Everything.
So he's already redesigning some of this element over here.
Looks like maybe preparing for missiles? Swarms, should say? Maybe?
I'm not going I would guess this is for turbines back here on the right side. On the right-hand side, we have Bobereto, who's building a little bit of a strange extrusion back here, which, yeah, there's what the turbines are. This is a position behind the fort where you can build turbines, assuming that you have background bracing, which he now has a lot of background bracing. They just entirely defend it. Like, you can't damage them without destroying the entire fort, so you might as well put them back there. It's quite effective, a little bit expensive to start up with, but when you have infinite APM and you're not planning on going for heavy weapons, it's just something you can get away with super easily. Whereas on the left-hand side, we have Laven. I believe that is the name I have gone with in previous matches. And he's going for an upgrade center, which usually means either late game economy or super early game aggression. And I'll give you guys two guesses which one you guys think it's gonna be.
Kind of relatively similar here, though, in terms of both upgrade center, both turbines. Bobereto's AI going for another sniper. Team 1 keeping the minigun at the moment, and coupled with the sniper. Additional doors going down the bottom here. Gonna be intriguing to see where this goes. Another sniper going down. Oh, AP sniper is out, meaning nothing stands a chance behind those doors anymore. There we go.
Nope, and
Never
it's
mind.
gone.
And
AP
it's
sniper, it came, it saw, it went.
So that's one funny thing about AP snipers that makes them difficult to justify. AP snipers just straight lose to regular snipers. So unless you have... Oh, he didn't have the metal to... Team 2 didn't have the metal to fire the AP sniper, so it opened the door and then just couldn't fire.
Oh no. Why?
It tried. It didn't work.
An AP sniper coming in for Team 1 now, actually.
That could
will
be
up and
game
running.
ending.
He pops
Yeah.
4 his snipers up.
I
If
think...
it doesn't shoot that, though.
I mean, it's gonna just straight
Uh-oh.
shoot the core, and this is gonna end the game. Like, there's no way to come back from this if you don't have a sniper of your own. And Team 2
Oh.
is going straight for the AP sniper. Oh, boys.
Oh,
2 more
dear.
hits and the core goes down. Oh, it's 1 hit away from elimination.
Oh my. Oh!
GG!
Bobereto is not gonna like that one.
Levin moves on.
3 minutes and 7 seconds. I believe that's faster than the other one. The other one's about
I
3
believe
minutes
so.
15 seconds.
That's one of the risks with selling off all of your metal and defending the core. We've seen this just about every time these AI have exposed their core to add additional snipers. It has resulted in death for them.
Then we got Bowser against Freedom. The Bobereto's AI has now been knocked out. Kind of a bit of a surprise for me, if I'm honest. But yeah, that looks like it hurt. That's not what I wanted to do again. Thank you. Not game. Website thing. Right. Okay. Team 2 never shot. Team 2 did shoot, did he not?
He did shoot. It didn't get anything done with it,
Oh well.
I believe, but didn't really matter that much. I don't think.
Right. So Bowser versus Freedom. Who will win? Let's find out, shall we? We all good to go?
Looks like we're good to go.
Let's
Bowser
begin.
versus Freedom.
Okay. Bowser on the left, Freedom on the right. Whoa. Okay. Bowser's AI just like, nope, I'm not sticking around here. Going for immediate double turbine, right from the get-go.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision. We see it just means he's going for more economy heavy. You can see a similar kind of selling off of all the bracing here, background bracing to enable these turbines to be maximum efficiency while being perfectly defended. Hasn't completely sold off all the bracing around its base. He did replace the internal. Oh, well, there it goes. Okay, there it goes. All the bracing around its core. So that is now vulnerable to AP sniping, which has been a reoccurring concern for several of the
He is
AIs
building
here.
in front of it though.
Is that going to make the difference? How far down is he going with that? All the way down. All right, awesome. And those are 2.5 wide braces, which means that that's already ready for heavy weapons as well as rockets. Rockets are usually the preferred option there. But he doesn't have a
Double bracing
technology
them
down
all,
yet.
actually.
Okay, so it looks like he's going
very,
super
very
defensive.
Heavily on the economy though. 5th mine going in now as well.
So this is, yes, this is Bowser here with 5 mines and 2 turbines just right out the gate. That's a lot. Just immediately out the gate. He's going with the rockets. Yes, that's easily expected. Just looking at the way he designed the wood bracing out the front of his gate. So that's going to be a high economy, no aggression whatsoever. The enemy has built snipers and he just doesn't care about it. On the other side, we have a sniper, but it's not designed to be full suppression. This is just one sniper behind a regular sized door, a couple turbines, no extra mines. This is low economy, but he traded out all of that aggression, all of the other options for a swarm missile. That's right, we're going to see a swarm missile now. Ooh, that is an upgrade center, so we're going to see an immediate nuke, just straight up nuke rush out of Team 2 here. That's going to be
It's
interesting.
gonna come down to who's really gonna get the first like salvo off, isn't it?
I don't know. So it's a little bit more complex than that, because there's nothing here for this nuke to destroy other than the base itself, and it's going to take more than just one nuke to do any serious damage to the base. So, sure, he can get the first salvo off, but it's not going to do anything if Bowser here doesn't actually build weapons, if it doesn't build anything that makes him vulnerable to the nuke. And right now, you can see he's focusing on additional income as opposed to other weapons. So this nuke can land, all this can happen, and it's not gonna matter because there's nothing there but a block of wood to defend. Yeah. So it's not gonna deal any damage until Bowser puts weapons on front for him to hit. And of course, Bowser's preparing for that. He's built a weapon toward the top section. It's behind a thick chunk of wood, so sure, a nuke could damage it, might even destroy it. It's not gonna blow up the entire base along with it. So
We get these tiny doors again.
I know, I love it.
Look
I
at
love
the size
it's the
of this
tiniest
thing.
door.
Oh my
It's
lord.
just the firing angle is so small, but it doesn't need to be large if it's enough to defeat a specific sniper on the other side.
I do wonder that. Someone's actually mentioned here, just wondering if someone would be brave enough for a cheesy bot core swing. I'm not sure if anybody's done that, but it would be hilarious if it did.
Unfortunately, the way the AI works, there is no way for the AI to do a core swing. At least no way that is currently known to us. It's just logically the AI can't handle it.
See, at least us humans are slightly better at things. Yeah, I might eventually take over the world, but not yet.
Alright, so here Team 2 is going to have a pretty serious issue. Nukes cost metal to fire, and they are not in a terribly good place for that. They do have the upgraded mines, which is probably the only thing that's going to keep them alive in this game. But still, they just barely are edging on the critical point needed to fire this nuke in terms of economic needs, and it's not getting better for him. It's slowly getting worse as more and more of these rockets come online for Team 1, and Team 2 gets hit harder and harder.
They're
Team 2.
trying to get that sniper at the bottom.
Yeah, they're trying. An AP sniper could do it, but the tiniest door. That's gonna be expensive. I think that's gonna be it. I think that's too much damage. I think Team 2 just took critical amounts of damage.
Wait, what?
Or not. Team 1 self-detonating one of its rockets, which is really rather unfortunate.
Another salvo. It's like they're doing them in parallel, one after the other, and it's constantly keeping them from actually rebuilding that front section there.
Yeah.
Getting pretty badly smooshed.
Yeah,
Really
it's
badly.
real rough. I think we're in the downward spiral section. The upgraded mines kept it aloof away from the downward spiral for a while, but it's out of money. You can see the repairs
it
are
doesn't
failing
have
to
the metal.
complete.
Oh, no, there goes the.
There goes a chunk of the base.
Now the windmill's getting popped off by sniper. Core
That's
even
core
getting a bit of
damage.
Smack there as well. Down to 83%, but that's the second time that rocket is fired at the bottom of Team 1 and blown up.
This is a beatdown.
And third time blowing up.
This one rocket here just keeps self-destructing itself, or at least attempting to.
Yeah, it seems to be because it keeps hitting the second door. Oh, it did it this time. It's because it's doing it so. Oh!
No.
And. Nope, no. Oh. Well,
It's still standing.
broken a little bit. And that's it gone. Got that breeze, didn't like it, went back inside.
Full penetrated by the sniper. And that's GG. Bowser with the victory.
And that's the first round done, I believe. And now we're on to round 2. So everybody
Indeed.
who has won, moved on. Everybody who's lost is in the bin. Now we're back to Nitra versus Metalloid. See how this goes. Waiting on Gronk rejoining so we can give it the 2Ds. And then we'll be on to this. Next round. What are you expecting from this Incursus?
Oh, that's asking a lot. Nitra to Metalloid. Nitra is super aggressive with the snipers versus Metalloid. I think it could go either way. I really think it could go either way.
Well, we're about to
I'm
find
curious
out.
to see how it's going to work out because that's going to be APM. Both of these builds are just kind of like spamming out APM. So we'll see how it works out here in a moment.
Round 2's our beginning. Are you good to go?
I am good to go.
Let's do this.
Time's up.
Team I
Let's
saying
do
here,
this.
I haven't noticed any AI force really using anything above missiles and basic guns. It's all about aggression. I don't know if we will see cannons or lasers, but let's find out. Why is the mod now saying what? It's like resources.
Yeah, it seems to keep adding an extra S every so often, and I've been trying to not pay too much attention to it, but it is there here now that it has been called out. The S's keep on growing as these matches go on, so this is while the mod is very useful, it needs a few updates, I think, is a good way to put it.
Alrighty, now we have begun. We've got Nitro on the left, Metalloid on the right.
That is
And
correct.
Many snipers again. Many
So this is something that I was interested in seeing because Metalloid is the single most aggressive of all of the sniper builds that we've seen thus far. It's just straight up exposed snipers, and then that's it. It's just straight up exposed snipers. However, on the other side, we have one single sniper behind a door, just shredding all those exposed snipers over and over again. And that's the long and the short. Oh, it gets door snipes, and sure, it gets immediately replaced, but the amount of damage it did was just off
it's
the
called.
charts. Yes.
Also, isn't Metalloid on the right and Nitra on the left.
You were correct. It is Metalloid on the right, Nitra on the left. I'm sorry, I misspoke.
No, it's just in case I mixed up. I'm like, wait, what?
No, you are correct there. It is Nitra on the left, Metalloid on the right. I'm sorry, I got them mixed up.
That
This is
sniper is just.
it's doing its thing again. This is the risk you take.
Oh, there's all 3
Yep.
snipers gone. Replacing another one and it fell.
And that, I can tell you right now, is going to be a victory for Metalloid. The right side team is going to keep everything locked down. Because remember, left-hand team has decided to play with frustration off. So they will perpetually attempt to build that same single sniper over and over again and never try anything else. And that's the downside. That's how the downward spiral happens. It's not going to try to build additional mines. It's just going to keep building that sniper, which has been perpetually and infinitely defeated by this one-doored sniper on the right-hand side. So now,
And here goes
Metalloid
again.
just does whatever he wants, forever. And he EMPs himself. Okay.
You gotta love it. It's like, oh, he's gonna be and shits himself.
And that's the end of that. All right, so we have a nice EMP out of Team 2 here, taking itself out of the equation for a few minutes. With an AP sniper coming up, which is actually going to make his life more difficult. Because now he's going to have to... All right. Where once it was one-sided and guaranteed victory, he has grasped potential vulnerability from the jaws of victory. The AP snipers are again above and online for Team 1. And now that we have an AP sniper out of Team 2, it's got less rate of fire, so it's going to not be as efficient as shutting down all these additional snipers. But it can just
Everything
straight
is
blow
on
up the
fire.
core.
Sitting in
is
my
always on
warm
fire.
laundry fort and watching a stream while stuffing myself
70%.
with goldfish.
Poor Harry.
Living the dream.
Oh,
Afternoon,
40%. 2
everyone.
more hits and it will go down unless Team 1 builds something there.
Well,
Okay,
Team
there is a
1...
door, but
Oh, he's saving for an upgrade center. Oh, that's going to be rough. Oh, that's bad.
what he's doing?
Yeah. Nitra's build calls for an upgrade center next and then does additional snipers. And if it doesn't get that sniper, if it doesn't proceed on to the sniper part of its phase next, then he's not going to have anything in front of the core. And then the core could just get straight sniped. It's 2 more hits on the core before it goes down.
So
And
a
it's
little
not...
bit of background for Metalloid, actually.
1 more hit on the core. Oh, this
that-
is over. Oh, this is so over.
He actually said it's like basically my AI goes like this. For 4 days I've been raging. Yep. The stupid AI for not knowing how to target stuff with snipers yet. It's almost doing the complete opposite. It's just, obviously he's got it to do it, but that was the day I thought of using that to my advantage and tried. It's inconsistent. It might not work. Messing with the opponent's cards, and that's the only thing that's remotely with my AI. Apart from that, it's an extremely bland, boring normal AI that probably won't win because of how normal it is. Yet it is doing just that right now.
Hey, you know, standard play is standard for a reason. It's very good at what it does. And what it does is win. Oh my lord. Like, having that AP sniper from Team 2 get door sniped was the best thing that could have happened to it. Is now it has a doored sniper. Oh, he's upgraded into an AP sniper again.
Oh dear. I guess it's me here, Gabriel.
Okay, so if this is still Team 2's match to win. He's got, despite the AP sniper existing, it's
It just needs 1 shot.
yeah, and there it
we go.
goes. GG.
Little salt in the wind there, a couple of rockets going in the end there. There we go. 552.
With that,
And
Metalloid with the victory.
moves on. This is going well. Next up, we have in fact got Alex against RaaaageAlert. And
Oh.
which is I've wanted to see actually.
I am very excited to see this, mostly because I just want to see RaaaageAlert I just want to see another example of RaaaageAlert's experience. His AI go at it.
Because I know we read out RaaaageAlert. While we're waiting for Kronk coming back, let me just get where is Alex one? Alex, I don't know if has written one.
Hey, and I want to say big thank you to Muted Maestro coming in, letting us know that he's having a good, old, relaxing weekend.
My AI is murder.
All right.
Take it as you will. This is my AI's philosophy. But, certainly a way to put it. My AI is murder. Done. Yes, let's do this. Alex against RaaaageAlert AI. You ready?
I am ready. Let's do this.
Wondering how this is going to go. I swear there's an extra S now.
You know, it's been adding a fair few of them in there. I'll say that. Alrighty, on the left-hand side here we have Alex. Alex, very well known for a great many things, from mod making, map making. He's been around the block. Let's put it that way. And on the right-hand side we have RaaaageAlert, which is well, he's very quickly won our hearts with his big wood strategy. We'll see how Alex adapts to this, or rather, how his iteration of things works out. I suspect it's actually not going to be terrible because Alex went with the mass minigunner option. And miniguns are quite good at dealing with just large extrusions of wood.
Yeah, that is a good point because like Alex might be one, his AI might be one that could actually tackle what RaaaageAlert actually comes out with. So we'll see. We've already got one minigun, 2 other gunners, a sniper, and I bet as soon as that upgrade sentence done,
Everything is on fire.
Well, we'll
Oh, of course.
through that eventually.
You can already see the one minigunner they have is taking out pieces of wood every so often, which is going to be important. Yep, there are the upgrades. So we have more and more coming in. Alright, just wait for those machine gunners. And that's one thing I mentioned previously, is that counterintuitively, at least to my brain, it's not quite... I'm surprised at how energy efficient Team 1's build is. The minigunners it's able to maintain perpetually. Uh-oh. This is a problem for RaaaageAlert.
Yep.
This issue here, we had a bit of deformation, which is going to throw things off and may put him on the back foot. That's a lot of deformation. RaaaageAlert, now is the time to panic. Now is the time to panic. So this is what I'm already expecting to happen here. There is enough deformation that it's going to throw off the very careful weight distribution of this base. Meaning that once it tries to do the downwards element, the dangle, it's not going to be able... Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be able to maintain itself. And because of how tight it is, whereas already planning on a normal base to have a bit that was blinking, it's not going to work out well. Even if it may not even make it that far. Like, these extra miniguns are coming online, and they're not... That's not even its final form yet, and it's already about to break. Just breaking through the block. Ooh, dear. Ooh, very dear.
I always say hi, Gabriel, in stream.
Miniguns good at breaking wood. Even with 4 mines, 2 of which are upgraded. It's just kind of digging through. Yeah, miniguns chew through wood spam. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, miniguns are always like one of the things, like you get them off and there's no wood damage done.
Team 2 does not have the metal income, despite having 4 mines and 2 upgraded mines. Doesn't have the metal income to keep up with this.
This will be painful.
It really does.
Oh. You hear that almost bass-like tone of them just shredding all together. It's like, ow. Yeah, that.
Uh-oh. Well, at least the deformation of Team 2's base has kind of gone away because it's all been destroyed.
But yeah, there's a bit of a bonus for being blown apart.
Yeah.
Then again,
that's
it's
good.
about to, oh my lord. And they're all reloaded again. There we go. Oh.
There it is. Eating everything away.
This entire time, Team 2 has not been able to do anything offensive right now. Just
Oh dear.
constant. Although I heard something upgrade. Oh yeah, mine.
It's upgrading another
So,
mine,
I
which he
mean-
desperately needs to do. He needs to get all 4 of them upgraded if he intends to have any hope of doing anything in this match.
Oh wow. Just wow.
Yeah, so over here on the left, Team 1 is going through an eco phase. They are adding more turbines, more eco behind the scenes so they can then later on add more weapons and upkeep them. So Team 2 has a small amount of time to get those mines upgraded, which he's managed to do. And then he's going to have a small amount of time to build out the rest of his base, which he's trying to do right now.
Yeah.
At which point he's just going to have to, he's going to have to very quickly move on, otherwise he's going to get dumpstered by the additional firepower that Team 1 is going to eventually build.
Yeah, because we've got another windmill, 3 windmills now.
Well, he did just add in, Team 2
It
did
looks
just
like a
add in the next
face.
level of technology.
With a pointing nose. The eyes here, nose. Now no longer a pointing nose, he got some plastic surgery. Actually, he doesn't have a nose anymore.
Yeah, it's like a sculpture that's being perpetually worn down by weapons fire.
You need to make sure that doesn't actually break through because obviously the core is right behind that and there's only back bracing in between that.
Oh dear. This one piece of metal is what's keeping this core safe right now.
Got Team 1
Oh, he's trying.
doing some more tech advancements.
Team 1 is indeed adding the next level of tech, which will bring out rockets, which will definitely end this.
Are they going for it?
He's got to. Ah, this is going to be so rough. He's adding the initial stage of the dongle with a protective barrier.
But he just doesn't have enough metal income to. I mean, he's just having enough in order to keep rebuilding that front section.
Yeah, the 4 mines is just barely enough, but good God.
But you can only have the 4 mines because if he's really going to go for the nuke, he's going to keep that 5th spot free.
He needs to get that nuke down. He needs to get the swarm missile down and a sniper so he can fire the thing and hope to delay the opponent enough. Because the opponent is about to place his rockets, and once those get placed, they already have doors on them. Once those get placed, the damage output's going to skyrocket. And if you guys have seen rockets in any play ever, there's the rocket. You guys know how that ends. Once the rockets come out, there's no coming back. If you get hit by those, you're done. It's... Ooh.
Oh, that bit of metal is a little bit strange. Flashing away there, right there.
Yeah, remember what I said at the gate? The deformation of the base. This base was carefully planned to... did it EMP itself? Of course it EMP'd itself.
Why does it keep happening so often?
I do not know whether it will collapse first or just be straight up destroyed. Oh! The dangle is having a rough time.
Got the swarm going in, but
Without a sniper, the swarm is not
well,
usable.
not tried, 'cause they're almost.
Oh, he's building the sniper.
Where? Up top?
He's got to
Up.
build the sniper. He's
Yep.
building the platform for it. Oh, he's working his way there.
That
Oh, he's
little bit has
trying.
been wood spam to heck to try and keep it in place. So much blinking.
There's no way. Like once he builds the extension to the dangle, this whole thing's just gonna. Okay, the EMP is not helping Team 1 here. It's making itself worse. Like it's actually hurting himself because it's every time it fires, it takes out his own. It takes out his own
Yeah,
turbines.
Energy. The energy's down to nothing. The miniguns can't keep up their attack.
Oh, the mega dangle.
Energy.
It's coming.
Yeah.
And with it, additional stress on the base.
Oh, it's starting to blink. Oh, I don't like it. Oh,
Uh-oh.
we got an EMP finally off. Doing pretty
Nothing.
much 0.
Well, we knew that was going to happen. It's the rocket when it eventually fires. That's going to be the dual rockets. That's going to
Yeah.
be the problem.
Oh,
Well, there goes the rest of the energy out of Team 1, which means no more. Means much fewer minigun rounds.
because that's the thing. Because it keeps obviously he's mentioned knocking out those 2 wind turbines, so the energy plummets because one turbine can't keep up the amount needed for all those miniguns to fire.
That is correct.
Did get this off this time, so it's not actually knocking itself out. Well, we've got the big dangly bit. It still appears to be going. The thing with the AI is it can. It's not
It's
like
got a long way to go.
Player, so where you, like the player would be say focused on the top or the bottom. The AI is focused on all areas at once. Probably one of the advantages here, like he's able to do that. Like, I think the person who would come close to this would be yours truly, Incursus.
There's only so many
This
camera
up.
location hotkeys.
Just like this, keyboard just ends up snapped in half from the amount of AP. I'm like, no.
I have killed. I think I recently cleared out my extraneous hardware drawer and just threw out 4 mice that I killed by clicking too many times on them.
Oh.
This is like over the course of 3 years.
Oh wow.
Uh-oh, that's a heavy hit. So that hit, the EMP actually hit the core, which means less energy and less metal production for the duration of that EMP, which is very important. Okay, well, here comes the EMP again, hitting itself.
I'm pretty sure that it's landed 3 of them, and I think it's hit itself 5 times, which is not helping it at all.
Still
Because
got a
it is,
fair ways to
again,
go down.
Obviously, that duration of knocking out the energy production, like you can see the amount of energy production just dropping right down. This one going no, and not hitting the core, so not doing too much. Was he still building this thing? I think he's built it as far as it's going to go, maybe.
Yeah, this thing's still going down. We don't have a sniper yet. Swarm missile can't fire.
No.
There goes the upgraded nuke. So this is going to keep building down a little bit further. We saw that, and then
It has
then
2
it'll add the
minutes and
sniper
10
down there.
seconds to make this happen.
It's selling the upgrade center. I didn't realize it did that before. It's actually good to know. I forgot about that.
EMP is ready to fire again. Well, it shoot itself. Who knows?
Here goes the rest of its building down.
Oh.
Now, here's going to be an issue. There's only 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the match. There is no way that there's no way that one nuke ends this. I guess it technically could. If the nuke hits the core, then it will deal core damage, or at least around the core, which will put Team 2 in the lead. But it's got to fire the nuke in the next 30, 40 seconds, and there isn't even a sniper built yet. So
I'm assuming it's going to go straight into a sniper. Is there? No. It has
there's
to
a
build a sniper.
it does, but it also presents another problem. Team 1 still has a sniper, and it's
Oh.
not gonna be a good scenario. Like, it's
The
trying to
platform
build a
for
position
sniper
for the
being built.
sniper. 60 seconds left. Is there even
What
enough
what's gonna
time?
happen? Why does one have a little dangler hanging off his face? Because this is what someone done with their AI. No idea why, but it worked last time and now it's...
I don't think there's enough time. I think that's it. The sniper isn't built yet.
There's no sniper built.
He's
No,
trying. Like,
that's not
I think given another 20 minutes, Team 2 eventually wins this. But there's only 20 seconds left. The snipers are not going to build in time. Takes longer than that for the nuke to land. This game is
Sniper going up.
over.
But yeah. Do snipe. No, wait, that doesn't come back. Never mind.
The sniper is being built.
Not enough time for it to fire. It's going to come down to damage. Team 1 is going to probably win this. And it does. Look at the
GG.
damage. Wow.
Good God.
0 damage inflicted.
Alex with the victory.
127,000. Yeah. Alex taking that from RaaaageAlert. And seeing that though, the amount of like to hold on for that long, as you said, if it was given a little bit longer, that would have won.
I think Team 2 would absolutely have won that given longer time. But that was very close. Can we definitely get an F's in chat for RaaaageAlert and the big chunk wood? Oh, good lord.
Chomp is down. Also, a big congrats to RaaaageAlert coming up with rather interesting design.
Definitely some metagaming there, and that was amazing. I love that. I love that. I love that AI. It's so good. That was amazing.
Now,
Looks
who do
like we are
have?
good to go. We have Narf versus Felix. I just get excited to see Narf's face every time. I get so excited. Like Narf is one of my favorite players in Forts. He makes such the most beautifully and perfectly engineered bases. It makes me so happy.
Yeah, that probably took him a very long time to make.
Oh yeah, definitely did. And I
ready to
just
go
excited
then.
to see how it works out. All right, let's jump
Narf
into this.
versus Felix. Do this. We get Narf on the left-hand side with Felix on the right. And let's see how this goes. Oh, look, resources fixed itself.
Hey, it did. It like hit 0 and all the way back around. Awesome. Alrighty, so we are good to go. We are starting off here. This is going to be an exciting match. We have Narv here on the left-hand side starting off his engineering masterpiece. Not actually starting with mine, but instead going with snipers and turbines. We have seen this before with the tiniest of doors in 3 different locations, just going wild and suppressing the living daylights out of everything, which is going to be difficult for Felix to deal with here on the right-hand side. He's got his own sniper behind metal. It's not exposed just yet. He's keeping that for later. We'll see how that works out. He puts a big door on it, so that's going to be a bit of a disadvantage when it comes to this sniper war. See how this goes down. So if you guys remember, Narf builds this kind of slow. He's got the snipers here, but it's not terribly rushy. He's building a nice, slow build that eventually just gradually expands and increases its damage output as time goes on. And every point is very safe, very careful, and very engineered. Whereas on the other side, we have just an AP sniper behind two doors. And, you know, it's actually working out for him, because the AP sniper can just pick off the single door targets of Narv here. He's able to pick off some of those machine gunners, the tiny doors of these triple snipers. Can't protect them from an AP sniper. The sniper just penetrates straight through. Yep. One of the snipers getting taken out. You have additional mines coming down for Felix on the right-hand side here. He's up to 4 now. And of course, he's got his technology down, which will eventually be used for those rockets.
Yeah, someone asking here is like, so did the players influence their AIs at all, or is it just robot war? They basically built the scripting the AI pays attention to. So I'm assuming Kronk or Incursus could tell you a little bit more about that, because I'm not as scripty, wizardry know-how.
Yeah, so basically every participant goes into sandbox and then just builds whatever they want, and Forts records a script for that. So the AI will then follow the script and pretty much build the same thing the player did in sandbox.
Exactly.
You have it.
So
Hello,
you get your
this
build order
design
up,
work.
and the AI follows it. Is
Design
the
work. It's so
is the
beautiful.
one-sentence way of putting it. Now, you can see here Narf is getting slowly picked apart by this AP sniper. He's actually having a rough time. With only 3 mines, the AP sniper is able to do enough damage to really slow down, if not completely halt, the gradual expansion, the build order of Narf here. And considering that Narf doesn't have defenses against the AP sniper and has a hard time sniping the AP sniper, considering it's double-doored, it's not one-sided, but it's not going well for him. And I would definitely put the advantage into Felix at this point. He has managed to get his tech down. He has managed to get his EMP up and running. It's just a matter of time before he fires it.
He also knows that he's got very
There it
little
is.
energy income, though.
Yes. Well, remember that Felix has been constantly firing his weapons. So he's spending his energy. He doesn't have much, mostly because he's spending as opposed to anything else. Now, mind you, oh, that's a heavy hit. The core getting EMP'd, shutting down a hefty amount of the income from Narf here. All that anti-air, spent so much time protecting it, but still vulnerable to a single AP sniper.
Oh. It's gonna hit. And knock out the core again.
That's painful.
Second one coming in, I believe, as well.
Fraz, I'm getting some notifications and some messages in the chat saying that you're coming in really low. I have you turned up way high.
Shouldn't be as well.
Is there a way for you to turn yourself up in Discord on your end?
Let me see. My output's at 100%. My input is at 100%.
All right. Well, let me see if I could turn Kronk down, turn Discord up.
If I do this, does this do anything?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Oh, does it? What did that do?
Oh, no, it doesn't sound different now. Maybe you were just talking closer to your mic for that moment. Okay, never mind.
Sitting right here next to the mic, is it any better?
That does sound nice and clear. There you go. They say, yeah, everyone says that you're now good. So I think that's it. That's
now if I do this, has it changed at all?
I'm not sure if it changed.
Alright. Well, I don't.
Oh, there you go.
Up my GoXR very slightly.
There you go. That's definitely louder.
Is better? That's better now?
Yes.
Excellent.
All right.
Excellent. Let's do this.
We are good to go.
Tweak my stream a little bit. There we go.
Alrighty.
Here we go.
So
Better.
in match, we've had little progress. Team 2 has managed to proceed a bit faster than Team 1 has, as Team 1's been spending most of their money on... Oh, the beautiful snipe. Team 2 has been spending most of their money on rebuilding snipers and machine gunners, whereas Team 1, Narf here's been just trying to get anything done. It's slow progress, but it is progress nonetheless, whereas Team 2 is basically free to do whatever they want. What they want is build more rockets. They are doing exactly that. But, uh-oh. This is actually looking really bad. With just the final addition of these last 2 machine gunners out of Team 2 here, or out of Narf here, Team 1. It seems to be enough to completely shut down the rockets that are incoming. So that's not good. Like these rockets, look at that. They're not even coming close to making it across anymore. So that's going to be not a lot of damage out of Team 2. It's getting completely defended, and this is what you would expect from Narf. He's getting more and more powerful as the game goes on. He's finally completed adding in that 4th mine. So now, where once he was suffering for income, he's not suffering anymore. And he can expand even faster. And that EMP, he's actually getting a decent amount of luck getting through with those rockets.
Better watch out, Incursus. The whispering, people might be like, whisper some more, Incursus.
Well, that's what happens when you turn up your gain too much.
Yeah, true.
Oh my.
Yeah, I had a few comments there as well. Some people saying that like it sounds fine on my stream, but a bit low on your stream. So it's likely just whatever's getting transferred through Discord and being passed. But
it might be
now.
something in my end. Like I actually turned up Discord to be like a whole 50% louder than everything else on the system, which means I had to turn Kronk down because his microphone is nice and loud.
I just realized I haven't had Kronk test, but yeah. Because someone said it's like a sounded low in Raptor stream. I'm like, who's Raptor? Do you mean Incursus? I know Raptor's another YouTuber, but he's not in this stream, I think.
I'm sorry, I'm just satisfied watching all of Narf snipers target this one sandbag perpetually.
That third sandbag gets taken out, immediately replaced.
But, I mean, what else are they going to fire at? But still.
That was a hit. Oh,
Okay.
Another EMP out. Where is that EMP going? Oh.
Nowhere. Man, those...
Gunner's having a little bit of trouble actually managing to hit and stop the EMPs going across.
They're trying, but they keep making it across anyways. RNG can be kind of painful sometimes.
The RNG Jesus is not with them. RN Jesus.
Yep. That's saddening to see sometimes, but you know what? It is what it is. And
It's usually not too friendly to our Kronk here.
So now we're actually seeing Narf transition. He's about to start transitioning into additional weapons as opposed to just defenses. He's got another sniper going up, which is really just harassment. But once this machine gunner completes, the next stage is going to be adding in, if I recall correctly, is going to be adding in rockets. And rockets are going to make a huge difference, because it'll suddenly go from just a simple one-sided battle to Narf defending everything and then also attacking. Now, of course, there's only 4.5-ish minutes left in the match. So we'll get to see if Narf can recover in time. Yes it is.
Shotgun. I haven't seen them during this tournament yet. Kind of cool to see change.
Yeah, I don't think the AI actually managed to get up to shotguns last time. It completed the match before shotguns were brought onto the field, so it's nice to see that.
That is a lot of windmills.
Yeah, oh. We have a self-detonation of one of the rockets here. There we go. Okay.
And more EMPs coming in.
Every time one of these EMPs makes it, it's so sad.
Travis, when the sandbag is actually getting killed at times, it's just getting immediately replaced with the APM from the AI. Is pretty much infinite.
Yes. We did a measurement, what was it last time, that it was within one frame of the sandbag being destroyed, it would be immediately replaced. It's kind of brutal, actually. The rocket keeps hitting itself. Yeah, it does keep hitting itself. That's been a reoccurring problem across all the AIs that build rockets.
Some people have tried to make it like where it's shooting through the board in the smallest of gaps. But at times it's just like, nope, I just want to shoot myself.
It took like a whole minute and a half, but Narf's AI has finally scrounged up enough income to start working on the emplacement for the rocket, for his rocket, which does not bode well for Narf here. It looks like his defense was just not capable of handling this AP sniper, and the AP sniper has done so much damage, just economic, just straight up pure damage, that it's slowed Narf down to a point that he hasn't been able to meaningfully participate in this match. There's 2.5 minutes left. No significant weapons out of Narf. And it's not looking like it's going to change before the time limit is reached.
There's like a constant salvo of rockets, you get EMPs, you get shotguns, you get gunners, you get snipers. This constant salvo of power coming from Team 2.
Yeah, it really is quite satisfying. That is a lot of rockets and a shotgun, which is really cool.
Minute and
It does
40
so much
left.
damage.
What is he going to be able to... You think this might be it for Narf?
I think this is going to be it for Narf. There's no way he's done enough damage to upkeep this.
Has any
Like
of the
when it
reactors
comes down to the tiebreaker.
No.
No, none of the reactors have been damaged. So when it comes down to the tiebreaker, Team 2, with its aggression and just sheer rocket explosive firepower, is gonna win this.
Oh, many explosions! Whatever's gonna happen.
And Team 2 is adding in
Oh.
more rockets.
Last minute, last 60 seconds.
Oh dear.
Oh, that didn't get very far.
60 seconds left. Still no weapons out of Narf. Yikes.
Down to 40 seconds now. I don't think he's gonna no. Unless he can do even a teensy bit of damage to the core. Nope. I don't think Narf is going to be taking his AI forward.
I have to agree with that. Another self-detonation. It's so often with these rockets.
That's a bit of a hole in the core thing. Tiny
Yeah.
bit. Oh.
Narf's base is actually not able to rebuild. He's running out of income.
And
Look
who's
at
that Team 2 has taken it? With the 20,000 damage of a difference.
That actually
Very
was a
well
lot
done.
closer than I expected. Team 2
Yeah,
didn't just
same.
handily win that. They almost did the same amount of damage to each other. That's impressive.
Felix
Okay.
has moved on to the semi-finals with his AI. Now we've got LavenVN versus Bowser.
Indeed.
Again, guys, we're just waiting on Krunk returning because he updates the AI mod, then comes back and they'll be all good. The updates for us, and then we get on our way for the final match of the second round, and then we'll be on to the semi-finals. Yo, just waiting on the updating, and it is updated for everybody, I think. Or yep, there we go. Okay. LavenVN versus Bowser. We'll have LavenVN at the left, Bowser at the right. Are we ready?
I'm ready to go.
And loads. Alrighty.
And we're
Bowser
off.
doing same thing, obviously, because it's AI and that, but 2 windmills at the back. They are going straight down against player 1's mine. I think that's all they've done so far.
So far, yeah, they're floating metal, which means they're saving for an upgrade center, which should go down in about 3, 2, 1. And I'm wrong. What are they doing? Oh, there it is. Okay.
They were
was
firing the minigun.
I wasn't wrong. I just waited a bit. Yeah, they're firing the minigun first.
You know what
Okay,
it's
so
doing,
we
it's,
have.
like, tickling the fort at this point. It's not really doing anything quite yet.
I mean, it's doing metal damage, which is nice, but of course isn't worth once the wood comes down. Lavin adding in an additional sniper. Looks like they're going to go for the early game aggression, as we have seen a fair bit of. On the right-hand side, we have Bowser going for his defensive opener, building wood to start. Just gonna face tank some of that damage and just rebuild it cost efficiently using wood instead of metal. He is in fact selling off all of his metal, as we have seen, sending it all into the metal extractors, the mines up top. And there is the armory, which will be used for rockets across the front of his base later on. We'll see how Bowser can handle this. Or sorry, we'll see how Lavin can handle this, as Bowser is the one with the rockets on the right-hand side.
There's like a sniper and minigun for Landan. Should see like where he will go. Got a couple more doors down the bottom there going on. Got an upgrade center on the Bowser's side. Another sniper going down. I always imagine like someone who continually fires say a sniper at your wood. It's just like, please stop, please stop, please stop. It's irritating.
It's a couple more snipers out of Lavin here.
Team 2 is floating all his energy. Quite a bit, actually, as well. It's like where LaVen is completely shifted towards AP
Oh, that's going to be an
snipers.
issue. That's going to be an issue for Bowser here. Bowser has a sniper that's behind only a tiny door, and Lavin's AP sniper knows about it.
Bowser actually proceeding with the upgrades to his mines at the moment. Two of them going on an upgrade right now. Doesn't really have metal to really do anything yet.
This is actually
Where
going
do
to
you
be.
see this going?
I suspect Lavin is going to have the advantage here. Bowser does not have a means of handling the AP sniper. And assuming Lavin actually is able to quickly-ish move on to more damaging weapons, which I suspect we'll see sooner than later, then Bowser's going to get locked in here. A spiral of his own design with this tiny door with a single sniper behind it. He's spending 100
Surprised
metal.
he hasn't put his sniper up the top bit.
He doesn't have the metal for it. He only has the income. Those 5 mines is only enough income to build 1 sniper. And you can see there, it's just stuck. Building that sniper,
They
and that's
should
the end
just
of it.
rebuild it up at the top and only. But then again, the AI is only doing what it's told at this point.
Yep. So we're gonna have Lavin just continuing with the AP sniper spam, whereas poor Bowser here is having issues rebuilding his sniper and also has to pay the repair bill for repairing the wood across the rest of his base.
This takes the definition of insanity to a whole new level. Yep.
So eventually Lavin is going to add on additional weapons. I don't remember what weapon choice. Was it missiles, I think? I don't remember what weapon choice he
So this is
uses.
Clear thing of frustration being off.
Yes. In this case, frustration is off, so Bowser will attempt to build the same sniper in the same position until the end of time. Or until his base explodes, which is the more likely choice, the more likely option.
Yep. Someone go back and count the amount of times that sniper's been killed. It's so many times. And it's gone again. like as soon as he gets 100 metal, he puts it down. It then just gets instantly blown up. The amount of metal currently that's been wasted on that sniper is probably enough for a cannon or two.
Yeah. Yeah.
There he goes again. And there he goes.
And it's gone. Okay, so this is very much so. Let's say. It is possible for Bowser to come back. I do not know. I mean, the deficit is so great. It's just so great. It's so big. I don't see how he could come back from this. I'm trying to figure it out, like.
The only way I think this could be is like if the frustration was on, that he would do something slightly different there, i.e. maybe put the sniper at the top instead of the bottom, in the same place that it's been taken out about 50 times so far.
Probably close to. My question is, why is player 1 not actually expanding? Yeah.
I think he's waiting for energy to build up for armory or workshop, but he just doesn't get close to 2000 energy anymore.
I think that is exactly what is happening.
Yeah, because he keeps using it pretty much.
It ticked up to 2000 energy for a moment there.
Oh. No.
He is hitting 2000 energy, so workshop isn't next on the list.
Could be
also
easy to
hitting
build the AI not to do that.
What costs? No, even turbines cost 2000 energy. Upgrading mines, that's what it is. Okay. So with the upgrade, oh, that's gonna put him at even more of a deficit, isn't it? Energy deficit, but maybe he has a solution to that in the form of another turbine eventually. That he only needs 800.
That whole area has now been taken out.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. And of course Bowser's going to rebuild that area before doing anything else, so it's going to be unfortunate.
It's quite painful watching the sniper be repeatedly killed.
Oh yeah, that's still happening. That's going to happen for them right until Team 1 ends it. My question is, how long does it take Team 1 to build additional? Oh god, he even has less income. Because remember that upgraded mines take more energy? They consume more energy than the standard mines, so you have to have an additional turbine. And he didn't put down another turbine, so now he only has less income than he had before. So where once he was floating around 2000 energy, he's not even breaking 1000 now. Which is, I think this fort cannot sustain itself, and therefore will never grow. It
Just
needed to add a turbine before.
The same sniper over and over.
I don't think I've ever. Yes. This is a very interesting and strange scenario where both forts have managed to put themselves in a downward spiral. It is absolutely a stalemate. Team 2 cannot grow because Team 1 is murdering it, but Team 1 can't kill Team 2 because Team 1's build order is just incapable of growing past what it is currently. Which is a unique scenario.
Painful. And there it goes again. The amount of time this thing. Wow. Just wow.
That's a good way to
Warning.
put it.
Nuclear
Actually, you know,
launch
Team
detected.
1 is very technically growing its energy supplies. Very slowly.
Like that. But it's
So
getting
it's-
there.
It's not stuck. It's just
Slow.
slow is probably an
Incursus
understatement,
tonight?
but yes.
Snail?
Hmm.
Snail
So are we going to see something built at 2,000 energy when we eventually get there?
Oh,
We
wait
see a
minute.
workshop. So
And
that
an
could be
extension.
used. Yes. So that could be used for missiles, which is what I remember it going for. Question is,
but will it
does it
fit
get a
on a
turbine first? Yeah, it
Yeah.
really needs a turbine first. Desperately.
Let's see if it hits the 800 mark. If it does hit the 800 mark at this point, no. Nope. Nearly.
Well, it
nearly.
should eventually.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, sweet
Yeah.
Jesus! It adds
Oh,
another
shiny.
turbine, so it can actually move forward now. Okay.
We've had literally about 10 minutes of this sniper getting repeatedly blasted to bits.
All right.
Could you imagine filling in the form and it's like, you will die in 2 seconds. You get like a sign-on bonus or something, and that's it, because you don't get anything else after that.
Okay.
Oh.
So now we have some actual income from Team 1. If barely, it's still barely positive, but positive. Okay,
Oh,
the
he's
upgrades
doing
are
an
good.
upgrade to the windmill, though.
That's very good. That's even more income. Excellent. We have progress. This match is totally just gonna last for the next 3 minutes, and
Yep.
Team 1's gonna win on damage. But
There's another sniper.
there is another sniper. It has grown even further down.
He now also has the other upgraded wind turbine. He is holding metal a little bit, though. Yeah, that. Oh my lord.
Mm-hmm.
Frog, I think next time frustration should just be on by default.
It is up to
Watching
the
this-
map. It is up to the AI creators to determine whether they want frustration or not. The downsides of the randomness of frustration is generally considered a downside compared to the chance for this kind of infinite cycle, this stun lock to occur. It's what is worse, a stun lock or the randomness of frustration? Most people consider the randomness of frustration to be a worse thing to deal with than the
They've not had
chance
to
of
go for
stun lock.
nearly 15 minutes of a sniper being repeatedly killed.
Oh yes, they have. They've nearly had to sit there and suffer through it before we did in their testing phase. So I was completely wrong when I said I remembered it went for missiles. It's going for cannons.
It's not gonna have time to build that.
No, it's not going to have time to build that. No, it is definitely not going to have time to build that. But hey, we see an attempt at cannons, so that's going to be exciting. There we go.
Oh, wow.
This is the first attempt at cannons we have seen in this tournament so far. 60 seconds left in the match.
How many snipers can die in that space of time? Too
Uh,
many? Not enough?
That would be an interesting thing to see how many people could correctly guess how many snipers have been eliminated. But I haven't been counting myself, so I could not say. All of them?
I gave up after about 50. It has died probably close to 100 times, I think, at this point.
Probably.
Which, when you think of the amount of metal that has lost as well,
It's kind of a lot.
20 seconds left.
Yeah, here you can actually see the workshop has been sold, and if frustration was on, it could have happened that the workshop had been sold before the munitions plant had been placed, which is why most people don't want frustration.
Yes.
I wonder who's winning.
Team 1
Holy-
with the victory. 88,000 damage with just
snipers and a
snipers.
minigun.
Oh my lord. That's more damage is that more damage than both combined? No, not both combined of last match, but it's close.
That's LaVen. Moving on. Bowser knocked out. We're on to the semi-finals. The AIs that will be going up against each other are Metalloid and Alec. I wonder how
All
this
right.
is going to go. Yeah, as soon as you seen there, Big Sad was getting stuck in the loop. That was... I feel sorry for all those snipers. Many snipers shot.
So we're getting an estimate of 11 snipers per minute were expunged from existence. So at that, start that timer about 3 minutes after the game started, maybe 2 minutes after the game started. That's
11.
That's whew, 132-ish snipers. Estimate, give or take a few for that entire match. That's kind of a lot, guys.
Yeah, and also 100 metal per one. That is that going to be 11,000 metal on snipers? Is that right?
The snipers are 100
metal.
metal each, so you just multiply that by 100 and you got your amount.
About 11,000 each then.
Yes.
Yeesh. Those snipers were giving you a run for your money on record number of shots fired. Cannon it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I have a cannon episode where pretty sure about 500 cannon shots were fired. Not sure if you were in that one or not.
I honestly don't know. Probably not. But
It's where the classic when people go out, if Raz says, "Let me in," you know that he's coming for you, because I literally was just like firing so many cannons. I was like, "Let me in," and that's kind of where that comes from. But yeah, that was painful. But now we're on to semi-finals of, what did I say? Metalloid and Alex testing each other.
indeed.
It's gonna be interesting. Do this. Alrighty. Trading
Right out the
blows there.
gate. Just immediately firing those opener machine gunners.
A lot getting
Or
sold off at the
minigunners.
back there, actually, including the metal storage.
Yeah, so we saw this. Of course, we saw this in the previous match with Metalloid here on the left-hand side, going with that rocket opener. The right-hand side, we have Alex, the defeater of the Chonk base, with his
Oh,
mass
wow.
snipers, or mass minigunners. Sorry. You see how it works out against the. Actually, I think it might actually work pretty well versus Metalloid's base here.
Pop.
Of course, that sniper is going to be the biggest concern, but if that sniper gets hit by minigunners, or the AP sniper that Alex is going to be inevitably building, then it's gonna put him in a bad spot, and the minigunner's just gonna come in for the cleanup.
We've got both going upgrade centers. Alex seems to be, or it's Metalloid on the left-hand side, isn't it? Selling off a little bit more as well, becoming very skeleton-like. Yeah, Alex going with, is that a minigun now? I believe that was upgraded. No, that's not. It's just a normal gunner. Never mind. Get back. There goes a sniper.
Yeah, that's gonna put Team 1 in a pretty bad position, because it'll open up Team 2 to be able to freely construct and inevitably fire those miniguns. Team 1 is going to have to keep that sniper alive, or he's going to lose this game, is how this is going to go down.
That poor wind turbine getting picked on now.
As
At
is
least it
the
didn't
life
blow
of
up
a turbine.
132 times.
Yeah,
Yep.
but this is the
Oh,
beginning
dear.
of the end. The minigunners are coming out. The sniper out of Team 1 is rebuilding after having
Oh,
lost. Oh no!
Oh.
The EMP blew itself up, which has basically been the fate of most EMPs of in this
Yeah, it
tournament
shot
so
itself
far.
and then it got taken out by a minigunner. Just. Oh.
Oh dear. This is and this insta snipe.
Oh.
Brutal. Brutal. Poor
Not gonna
Metalloid.
go very well.
Poor Metalloid.
Oh.
Like the slanted armor is saving him. It's keeping him alive. But Alex's minigunners, they're gonna ricochet. The projectiles are gonna ricochet into the crevasses. it's gonna be... the damage is gonna get done.
Oh, never mind. Oh,
Oh, the sniper is back online.
Down now. Whether or not it'll stay online remains to be seen. Another mini gunner taken down.
Oh,
So
jeez.
definitely, there we go. Another one taken down there, and oh, sniper down. Never mind, but there is an additional mine going up, so we do have a little bit extra eco going to be in place.
Oh dear. Every time that sniper goes down, the miniguns get free reign. And as the miniguns get free reign, very bad things happen to Metalloid here. Oh, that's bad.
Oh dear.
Metalloid's skeletal base doesn't get to take a lot of damage before it falls.
Yeah, that's I kind of thought that might happen because the minigun focus on that, I'd snap it right off.
Oh yeah. Miniguns just aim up, this game ends. Oh, the turbines are down. That means player 1 Metalloid here.
Sniper, so there's no door issue going to be happening now. They're all single doored. But if you
Yeah,
get taken down, that
he doesn't have the energy to fire it. He doesn't have the energy to do things anymore. With no turbines, he's lucky to get a shot off at all.
to make every single one count.
Absolutely.
Eve?
Oh. Every time he loses that brace, he loses his connection to his...
Oh, there goes the AP sniper.
Ah, he tried to fire the sniper, but ran out of energy, so he couldn't, just leaving the door open and got insta-sniped.
Oh.
I think that's going to be the downward spiral for Team 1 here. Metalloid is going to be suffering under the firepower of the murder AI. With its just endless minigunners.
Oh. Very, 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 very close and then snap that off again.
It is inevitable.
I mean, he has a weapon that he can't fire because he doesn't have enough power for it, but also doesn't have enough to really get anything else to stop getting taken out at this point. So,
Oh, he's trying.
They hit like more. If they take more than one strut away from that top bit, it will fall.
It's gonna have to take out, I think, 3
Yeah,
struts
yeah.
in order to make the base collapse, which is not likely to happen given the RNG of the minigunner's spread. But
But it's completely cut off his metal right now.
yeah, this is the more likely scenario where the Team 1 just cannot maintain its economy and will just be degraded. Like, he's trying to rebuild, but that's an expensive repair bill. Very expensive repair bill. And without access to any of his mines, he's on the base reactor income. He can't repair things anymore. This is over. This is how a base dies. In a hail of minigun fire.
Oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, that.
Here it goes.
Oh, there goes
Yep.
that. And there goes the door.
GG.
And that's that. The sheer difference in damage inflicted as well is kind of insane. So we have the
Excellent.
murder AI moving on. But yeah, because Alex said his was murder AI, it wasn't Felix, right? Yes, it was Alex with the AI's murder. So now we have Felix versus Laven, and last of the semi-finals.
Excellent.
Just waiting on Kronk returning, and then we can get started. Just want to go into a little bit of it, Levan. It's like, do you remember my old AI? Well, I managed to do worse. If you're too slow, you will be finished. Otherwise, it will be very easy to kill me. To sum up, Sniper Man, me, is back. But this time, after my defeat in the old tournament, I left nothing uncovered, but keeping the same principle. Block the development of the opponent or develop quietly. So if you fall into my trap, I'll have time to develop a small cannon just to kill you. But to be honest, I don't think I'll win, because the slightest rush will kill me. Basically, I create a shotgun rush and a nuke rocket rush, but while doing some testing, I found that the base is more effective than self-run watch. Going up against Felix. Let's do this. Everybody updated? I think we're ready to go. Ready?
We are ready.
Begin. So, what's your bet on this time, Incursus?
Oh, that is a very tough question. We have Felix here on the left side and Lavin on the right. And, you know, I think these are actually going to be pretty decently evenly matched AI, so I'm curious to see how it's going to work out. Of course, Lavin's strategy was questionable given its own inability to proceed at its designated build order. But it is aggressive, and it can get the job done.
Sniper tucked in at the top there. We've got a minigun on the right side. Not really doing too much to each other at the moment. We chip off the wood, tickling the forts, you know. Nothing too much.
Like, the doors on the snipers, it might come down to the sniper exchanges. The doors on the snipers might do it. And I think the earlier AP sniper out of Felix might just do it. Because Felix rushes that AP sniper. And while regular snipers tend to beat AP snipers, that changes around if there are doors involved, and the regular sniper is behind a single door and not a double door. So that makes...
About to go bye-bye.
Yes. So whereas the sniper out of Team 2 was sitting there waiting for Team 1 to open the door, Team 1 just kind of blew up Team 2's sniper. And that can be a very early... That could be a very, very early stun lock there. Less than 2 minutes potential stun lock is dangerous.
Trying to get the AP sniper. But doors just, or it's just taking very, very light damage and just repeated shutdown of that sniper spot.
Is that already a stun lock?
I think so. Yep.
Like, he still has the minigunner.
Oh.
All right, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's gone. Now the AP sniper is just literally going to go probably between each spot and just continue to kill them.
All right.
Yep, pretty much. That might be the AI done for. We've got on the back of this additional sort of metal doors going in. We've got additional technology going in. An extra mine went in a minute or two ago. And this AP sniper is quite literally going between the two sections in order to keep the opponent pressed. I think we might have that.
Yeah, so we might have the same situation as last time, where it was just the same stun lock, but this time it's much faster, much faster. So that's gonna be exciting.
There's in fact a gunner up now. It didn't really do much, but it's saying, hello, I'm here. I'm just going to tickle your fort and nothing's going to happen. You're not going to be able to do anything. Except shut down the EMP missile, which is okay.
It's just... I'm trying to figure, like, is there a way of doing that? Like, is there a way to come back from this? Like, the AP sniper has to get distracted. That is the scenario, but the gunner's never gonna do that. It's just the doors are physically not open long enough for the gunner to do that. So I don't think it's possible to come back. But it feels like it's close because the AP sniper can try to hit the minigunner or the machine gunner.
Or that could.
As long as that EMP doesn't take out its own sniper, then it can come back from that. Because all that has to happen is that regular sniper come online just long enough to get lucky and get that door snipe off. That's all it takes. And then Team 2 can come back from this. And it's so close. Like, it had this sniper up and it got one shot off, so it's not theoretically impossible. It's just so unlikely. And now the EMPs are coming in, and that might just seal the deal. With a turbine down, that's less energy production. He's actually at a negative energy deficit right now. The EMPs are coming in even harder, shutting down the core. Everything is bad.
And stopping things to build. Although I do see that is a sniper at the bottom there.
Everything is very bad.
Got an additional sniper going, and I'm wondering if it will manage to actually get it up though. Oh, never mind. I take that back.
Everything.
Sniper's now gone.
Rip the dream.
Uh-oh.
So there is one thing that I want to point out, because while the last time we had this kind of experience, the player in the lead was unable to really capitalize on it by virtue of just not having sufficient income to build. Whereas that is not the case now. But now, with Felix in the lead, having successfully stun-locked his opponent, he has enough income to just do whatever he wants. And what he wants is build more income and then build more rockets. And you guys know how rockets go. They blow themselves up. Yeah. But once they stop blowing themselves up and occasionally get a shot off on their opponent, the game ends. Which is quite good.
It's like, as you would see, once you're ahead, get more ahead, sort of thing.
Oh dear.
That has opened up. The sniper could shoot forward directly right now. That EMP also has, the last 3 shots shot itself. There's a core hit. And oh wait a minute.
The splash
we're
damage from the
62%.
rockets. Doing the damage. Oh dear. Oh boy.
38%. There's Mike. 35.
Was that gonna be it? That's it. Death by EMP. GG.
That's LaVenVNR out, with Felix moving on to the finals.
All right, in the finals, it will be Alex versus Felix. But first, we have to go through the bronze match, which will be Metalloid versus Laven.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be interesting. So, yes, we get Metalloid versus Laven, and Laven. And then we'll have these guys, Alex versus Felix. Pretty damn cool. But without further ado, we wait on Frank returning. And then we will get, well, the match going. Metalloid versus Laven. Who are you putting your bets on, Incursus?
That's a good question. I think I'm gonna bet on Metalloid, if I were to bet. But that's honestly, I think these are pretty too evenly matched. These are gonna be relatively evenly matched AIs, and I'm curious as to how it's gonna end. I think it might be a good match here.
And we're just waiting on Synergy.
Excellent.
Oh, there we go. Begin!
Let's go.
So Metalloid on the left, Laven on the right. No minigunner getting taken down this time.
Oh, and the exchange happens, and it looks like Laven loses the minigun exchange. This is fine.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Those are not a significant part of the game at the gate. In fact, you can see Team 1, Mr. Metalloid here, has actually sold off his minigun after destroying the minigun of his opponent.
And just repeatedly keeping the door closed from that gunner opening. Never mind.
Metalloid sniper wins this, gets the snipe on the machine gunner, which is gonna slow down Team 2 a little bit.
Yeah, nothing major yet at the moment, but we do have each going for slightly different technology from the get-go. We've got an upgrade center, and we have the armory going up on either side.
Indeed.
Interesting to see where this goes. Oh, well, there goes that gunner. Why is that sniper firing at the sandbag?
So the way the AI works is it basically takes a picture of the world as it is. And what is happening is Team 2's sniper, upon being able to fire, looks at Team 1's base and says, "What can I shoot?" And the answer is, I can shoot a sandbag, because nothing else is vulnerable. All the doors are closed out of Team 1. There's a turbine behind the sandbag. Well, more accurately, it's trying to shoot the turbine. It's not actually aiming at the sandbag. The sandbag just happens to be in the way. So it's shooting at the turbine. And it's not shooting at the enemy sniper because it's behind a double door. So that's what's happening there.
I love how you usually see, like, it almost looks like your eyes playing tricks on you with the amount that sniper's door actually opens to fire. It's like the most tiniest thing ever, and it's like, did that even open?
And yet they're able to shoot through it. Isn't it amazing?
Oh, got some extra snipers coming up here though, Team 2. With an AP one actually coming up now as well.
Remember, Laven builds no turbines and many AP snipers and hoping to defeat his opponent. So that works until he wins, which is not a bad strategy to be honest, even if it's a very slow win. He does eventually build a cannon, but that's given free time. Given enough free time, the cannon, actually, I don't think the cannon ever comes up before 15 minutes. It's given no pressure, given as much time as it wants to do its own thing. It is unable to build a cannon before 15 minutes, so we will never actually see the cannon in this match, which is sad. But at least it wanted to build a cannon.
It's like, it had its end goal. It wanted to get there, and it was like...
It had its dreams. It just couldn't climb the ladder hard enough.
Like, I just need to get to the... I do want to build a cannon!
Oh dear. So it looks like the EMP out of Team 1 managed to land for a moment, which was effective, but it cost its life, so now there's no more EMP out of Team 1.
There was 3 AP snipers.
Yep. 3 AP snipers will do that. It's gonna add on a 4th soon. Team 1's AP sniper is actually doing a decent amount of work. Being behind a double door, it's immune to AP snipers. Oh, rockets. Oh, this is bad. This is bad for Laven.
No, then...
No. Not quite, but almost.
AP sniper almost getting damage through there, though.
Yeah, that one AP
like the
sniper
sandbags.
out of Metalloid is doing so much. Yeah, they really don't like sandbags. We've come to this conclusion several times.
Another good hit there. Where is he going?
Laven is getting bodied. If I recall correctly, he's going to build a flak cannon up there.
Really? That's good.
Yes. Oh dear.
Okay then. Oh,
Another rocket blowing itself
miss.
up.
Yep.
That actually costed all of its metal. He doesn't have the repair bill to repair the metal to repair that, which is dangerous. Very dangerous. Alright, another snipe goes off. EMP onto the reactor. Yes, indeed, he did build a flak up there. I was correct. Off we go. Rockets obliterating the opposition. Uh-oh. Core damage. The AP sniper has found its way to the core. 39% left on Team 2. Laben is having a hard time here, taking all that damage. Doesn't actually have the income to repair this. He's at 0 metal. He's out. He's broke completely. That means these rockets are going to come in, and there's nothing that Team 2 can do about it. Laben is getting, 9% HP. Does Laben manage to get any amount of anything done before these next hit?
Oh my lord.
2%! 2%! It's so close! Oh, GG.
Wow. All right.
Metalloid wins this match, giving him 3rd place.
Congrats to Metalloid.
Congratulations, Metalloid, on your 3rd place position.
Now for the very finals of the AI Tournament 2. Alex versus Felix. I am excited about this, actually. I cannot wait to see how this goes. Oh, this is going to be fun. So, I have to ask Incursus, who do you think will win this one?
That's a good question. If I were to guess, I would put it on Alex, and I realize that I've not guessed entirely correctly every single match, but you know what? I'm gonna guess that one if I was forced to give an answer.
Well, Alex only has 1 door on every minigun, and the first weapon Felix gets is an AP sniper.
That's a
You know
valid
what?
point.
You raise a good point. I think Alex is about to get stun locked at about the 2-minute mark, and then this game is going to end.
Oh, wow.
I think that's how this is going to go down. That is my new prediction. Felix wins at 2 minutes via stun lock with an
There
AP
we go.
sniper.
The finals is here. Are we ready, guys, to do this?
Oh yeah.
Ready when you are.
Do this. Ooh, excitement. So on the left side, we have Alex, and on the right side, we have Felix.
Excellent. So we're going to see lots and lots of miniguns out of Team 1 here, out of Alex on the left-hand side. And we're going to see a very quick AP sniper out of Felix on the right.
So I just want to say one thing. So everybody in anybody's chats right now, you're going to have to force Incursus into this. Is anytime he says, excellent, it sounds really evil and sort of like dastardly, sort of like, yes.
The
He needs
word
to do
I
that.
use
You need
for
to
that
do it in
is
SFX.
insidious.
Yeah, that one, yes. You would do good playing Evil Genius, I think. Like, excellent.
I get that a
Plans
lot.
coming together. Yeah. I know. We were actually playing Monstrum 2, and I turned really evil. I had the most evil laugh I've ever done, and people were very frightened.
What was it? The...
Sounded mad scientist, basically.
So I just realized something. You know how for the past, like, what is it? How, over 2 years now, I think? I've been streaming to the Steam webpage, Steam main front page for
You
Forts.
didn't know.
Well, no, I knew this, and I never really paid attention to it that much, because there's no interaction there. Only just today have I realized that anytime someone messages in chat, does it actually appear on my game screen,
You've only
like
just
Steam overlay.
noticed
Because
that.
over all the years that I've been broadcasting the Steam page, not a single individual has ever typed in chat. Not one. Until today. And now that someone has, I realize that, oh, Steam Overlay actually has its own little pop-up window whenever someone types that displays on my screen, which is actually kind of cool. I like that.
Yep.
Did not know that was a feature. As it has never
Yes.
been used in years. So that's pretty cool.
T-Man just responding there, he was like, he did, it was creepy as hell. I may have frightened people a lot. So yeah, there's that.
What was it? I think my best evil laugh was actually during the Atomega, one of the Atomega videos. I
Oh,
had of you.
yes. Oh, that was so good. Do you know that video has over,
1 million
or
views
it's nearly,
or something like
nearly
that?
1 million, I think, or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why, it's a dead game. There's actually people still played it. We played it, I think about a month ago again or something. There's actually still people. There's an active community now. Talking about maybe fairy people tops, but it's there and it's quite in. I was like, what? Nothing else has been added to the game, but
It's not a bad game. It's just people didn't play. It's great sound design on that thing.
yes.
I love the atmosphere and the aesthetic.
Particularly when you became like one of the bigger ones and the stomping and everything going around is amazing. But without further ado, we bring your attention back to here. We have trading of snipers going on, tradings of miniguns going on.
Well,
Not quite sure anybody moving with anything yet, though.
wouldn't say trading is the right word. Basically, the prediction I had was mostly correct. Team 2, Felix, has built his AP sniper and has perpetually sniped everything out of Team 1. Unfortunately, Team 1 has so many things that the single AP sniper cannot keep up with it. So, Team 1 is actually not completely stun locked, but it's not able to proceed. It is technically stun locked in that it cannot proceed. However, it still has weapons, and I'm pretty certain those weapons will never be destroyed just because Team 2 does not have the firepower, the damage output to deal with those weapons. Like, it just doesn't have... One AP sniper is not enough to clear out 4 weapons.
Oh my.
And look,
There
you
goes
see,
the
we get
windmill.
damage done. Yeah, there goes a wind turbine out of Team 2, out of one of Felix's wind turbines, is just gone.
And there goes the
And
other.
there goes the second one. And there it goes. Like, technically, Team 2 is able to proceed. It is able to build turbines. It is able to build technology. It is able to do things, even if those things that it is doing are getting damaged and destroyed sometimes. But that gives it an opportunity to expand, whereas Team 1, poor Alex here, just doesn't have an opportunity to expand. And that's it. So either Alex wins off of literally just these 2 miniguns, or
well,
he lives long enough to be destroyed. Oh,
yeah,
he
that's
lost a
one
minigun.
down.
that's
Still has the other
issue.
gunner, which you could potentially look at upgrading, but that sniper's gonna.
It costs more to upgrade a machine gunner to a minigunner than it does to place a sniper. So as long as that sniper does not exist,
Oh, all miniguns are
the
down.
minigunners will not be rebuilt. And with the last minigunner being
Wait,
destroyed,
well.
core damage has been dealt, boys. You know what that means.
Oh.
We're down to 40%. Woo!
Oh my. Uh-oh.
Are we going to see an early elimination here? I did not expect him to be eliminated that quickly. We might
Seems to be,
see...
It's just like a more like a pixel of a difference and it hits the core.
Yes. That's about it, really.
Oh, well, that happened. He has not built
Felix,
any other
I'm
gunners
pretty
back
certain...
again, though.
Felix, I'm pretty certain this AI would have just worked better if you didn't have an EMP.
Like, stop shooting yourself.
Every single time. Oh my lord. Okay, so this AP sniper has just shut down Alex here. It's a complete and total shutdown.
Ah.
Oh, there's got 10% left on the
He needs
core.
something in front of that door, or at that door, or it's gonna. Wait, what?
Well, the AP, remember the AI chooses targets at random, so
Yeah.
there it goes. We have our victor.
6 minutes and 47 seconds. The final is.
Alex
complete.
actually more damage than Felix.
Yep.
Yeah, which is impressive considering. But with
Very
that, we
nicely
have our
done.
victory.
We have Alex, or no, Felix, I should say. Felix, my apologies. And that is the end of the AI tournament.
Indeed, can we get a big congratulations to Felix here winning the tournament off the back of a single AP sniper, which is really rather impressive.
You
For
gotta
a
admit, it shows you the sheer power of what an AP sniper can actually do.
the power of infinite APM comes in for the victory.
And a very well done to all participants for their awesome AIs and all the work they've done. Very well done to everybody involved. Felix, we salute you.
Yeah, congratulations to Felix for winning this tournament. And now he gets an extra badge, just like in the last AI tournament that will be shown next to his name in lobbies.
Woohoo!
Ah, missed it. I want to get the slow-mo of the final kill shot. There it is. All right. We're going to get to see a slow-mo of this final shot. The sniper
Already
shot that
back.
ended it
Oh,
all.
Damn it. I should have. But oh well.
Kaboom.
Warning. Nuclear launch detected.
Yes, and a thank you to Kronk for having us as well.
GG. Yes. A big thank you, a very big thank you to Kronk for putting on this tournament. Congratulations to our winner, Felix.
Congrats, AI Felix.
Ah, yeah. And with that, guys, I'm going to go prepare for tonight's live stream where we're going to be going live with more forts, and this time it's going to be public lobbies that all of you guys can come and join. So for now, have a good one, everyone. Congratulations to everyone, and I look forward to doing this again soon.
Yes, I will do as well. So thank you very much, and Incursus, enjoy your stream. I'm gonna go have dinner.
That's right. It is rather late for you, is it not?
11 o'clock at night now.
Oh my.
It's slightly later for Kronk, I think.
Yeah, it's
12.
2 AM for me right now.
Ah, yeah, that's kind of late. All right, well, I will let you guys go. Have a good night, everyone. And I'll see you guys
Bye-bye, everybody.
in about, what is that, 2.5 hours for me. Catch you guys later.
Good.